won't be me, I see her when I walk in the scene. I won't be me, I see her to dance on me. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Timbleweed, I'm tumbling. Isn't that what they're called?
You mean a tumbleweed?
Timbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
Dwight, get in a sweatshirt and let it burn.
Oh yeah, that's
No parental guidance.
Synergy Pod.
No parental
episode
guidance.
11.
I just see divorce. I'm in the therapy office reading Forbes.
I thought I cut you off for a sec, but I'm glad you were just quoting Drake.
Yeah.
If you were spitting bars, I would have felt bad.
Yeah.
that song with him and Lil Baby is really good.
What song?
Needs and Wants.
Needs and wants.
I don't even think Lil Baby's, or I don't even think Drake's.
Have you seen Lil Baby's kid?
Yeah, I've seen the video
Yeah,
of him walking on a tour
It's
bus.
been interesting because Lil Baby's always been like super reserved and scared to like. He always has. You always see him with like his hand in his hoodie pocket and like.
Now, yeah,
He's
getting
always,
a little bit more
uh,
comfortable now.
Now he's putting his kid out there and shit. It's weird.
Bro, I can't believe like his kid. I don't know. Like I seen him with like I think like an Amiri shirt and like
Yeah,
a
I
chain
saw him
on and
just-
shit.
I
he
saw-
was like 6 years old.
Yeah, I saw Little Baby just gift him like fat stack of racks.
Well, I mean, obviously he's gonna do it
Yeah.
But like, damn, the kid gonna have no idea what $1 is worth.
for sure.
Sad.
But it's alright because he already owns a
It's
house.
okay. Little Baby's gonna fall off, and
Dude,
You actually
he's
think?
rich forever.
I
come
know.
on.
I'm just fucking. I'm fucking around. But he'll get a taste of reality.
Supposed to
You
mean?
hope so.
Just a jaded.
Just hating on Lil Baby for no reason.
Little Baby's pretty fire. I'm surprised he's still in the game.
Yeah, me too. I thought he would have fallen off, but like he does deliver a lot of heat. Like,
He's more of a
the
feature artist now. Like, when is the last time you saw a DaBaby feature or DaBaby?
I was about to
A
say,
Lil
what are you
Baby
talking about?
feature, like go like chart.
I mean, he has a lot of good features. He has a lot of. I don't really listen to him for his songs. I honestly know him for having really good features.
That's a good way to keep in the game relevant and not actually make any music.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
he still makes music. Drake
No,
does hella
definitely.
features.
It's kind of sad. I like fucked with his old shit, like, and then she turned into my girlfriend. You know that song?
Lil Baby made that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
And then he never made any music like that again.
Yeah, I guess he did kind of go for more of a melodic flow.
Yeah, he had like such a melodic flow, and it was kind of fire.
Yeah. Now he's just
Now
has
he's just
that
rapping.
Yeah, rap.
But then he
flow
doesn't even
hard.
rap. Like, if you listen to his freestyle, do you know that one? It's like it's one of his songs. It's like
One of the most famous Lil Baby songs.
yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
a freestyle.
Yeah, where it's like shout out to baby, I'm a baby.
It's like shut up,
I'm
my
gonna- yeah,
name.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we're talking about the same song.
Yeah, and he doesn't rap that hard anymore either. He's like somewhere in between melodic and like rapping hard.
Like I said, the verse that he did on that Drake song is really hard. Like he, did not, I mean, I know he's punching in, but like he did not stop rapping, and it was just like it kept.
And
going.
it sounded good. It wasn't jumbled.
Yeah, we could probably play it on the way home.
I'm down. How do you guys feel about Young Lean?
What about Young Lean?
Have you listened to his music like that or not really?
Not really, but I mean, I know he's like one of the first SoundCloud artists ever.
He's kind of like, you ever heard of Blade and Drain Gang?
What?
I mean, I know those.
Blade
names.
with like 3 E's.
Sorry.
I've heard of Drangy.
Yeah, and his like artist fans are like Drain Gang. It's kind of a meme. Like, are you a drainer? I don't know. His music's really hard to listen to. It's kind of like Young Lean's, where it's just terrible, terrible vocals. But then every so often, like, Young Lean will have a fire-ass song. I haven't really looked into Blade. It's pretty fire.
I want to watch the doc because of you.
Yeah.
But I haven't listened to his
You should
music
watch
like
it,
that.
too.
Isn't Blade? I mean, I might be cap or like over speaking, but isn't that a genre of music, or is it like a?
It's like, well, I guess, like, Sad Boys would be, like, the genre, or, like, I don't know.
It's not a genre then.
It's not. Well, people treat it like it is. Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Blade
about.
fans are like, he's their god. You know what I mean? Like Drain Life.
Drain like.
Drainers, Drain
Got
Gang.
a cult fan base like that.
Literally. And Echo 2K. It's pretty fire. He makes like he's a hyper pop dude. But yeah, not bad. Did you come with any topics?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was y'all Sunday? Adam, what'd you do?
I didn't really do shit today. Yesterday I had a little family event, and then I was gonna obviously do this, but then we postponed it to today. But yeah, today I was just chilling at the crib.
Yeah, I know what Noah did. We were skating.
Yeah.
Man's flaked yesterday, but
What
it's all
time y'all start
good.
skating?
It did the wrong fucking time. It
Yeah.
was so hot. It was like 1 or 2.
Oh.
It was really bad. It was really
Like
bad.
peak,
And
peak.
we were on a
Yeah.
metal ramp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, on a metal ramp.
No,
I
by
busted ass.
Candyland by his place.
Oh, okay.
I busted
Yeah.
ass and literally the shit burnt me through my pants.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheesh. What? Cause you slid on it?
Yeah, well, I slid and then like I caught myself with my hands. I was like, ah. And so I was sitting on my ass on
He
the
literally
ramp.
got up with his knees, so he didn't have to put his hand.
Yeah, no, that shit is brutal, bro.
Damn.
Like hundreds of like you can if you look at the ramp, you can see like the little
Heat
exhaust
waves.
heat wave lines on the edge.
I saw Marcel at that park.
He's always there. He's fire.
That park's fire too.
It's like half for bikes, half for skateboards.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though.
Well, to start off light, did y'all hear about the Skittles shit?
I did vaguely hear about this.
I heard about that too, but I never fucked with Skittles from day one. So.
Me neither. Really. I'm sad I started eating them as I got older. No,
Yeah. I mean, I think they're good, but like that shit's crazy.
don't you think like Starburst and shit probably has?
That's
kind of
what I was thinking. Like, I mean, how is just Skittles, but not every other gummy brand that is.
I don't know. Maybe
Like-
there was like an audit and they got caught up or something.
Well, apparently there was something in 2016. They were supposed to stop using the chemical, and they just kept using it,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's
Okay.
why
It
there's like a
causes
whole
cancer.
lawsuit now. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Sugary trash.
It
That's
is
all I have to
sugary
say.
trash. But
Yeah, 'cause I feel like damn near everything people eat nowadays will give you cancer. Like, if it's not
Yeah.
organic.
Well, everything's processed now. That's where it gets
Exactly.
dicey. Like you eat anywhere, it's processed. Every food is processed unless you go and kill a
Organic.
fucking cow yourself.
Yeah.
Or I mean, no, grocery store, obviously.
But that shit's
But
processed
you gotta
too.
go to like a,
No-
a fresh market place.
It's processed because it has to get shipped there in a truck, and like it's all fucking has
But
preservatives
I
in it.
I don't know if it's as bad as buying some
It's
like
not
frozen
nearly as
chicken
bad,
or
no.
some fast food garbage.
It's not nearly as
but
bad.
Whole
but
Foods type of place's whole thing's supposed to be that they got like
We were talking about this.
I mean, they straight up
I-
put like fucking steroids in all these animals and kill them, and then
It's
that's
just
very
to make the meat bigger. And stuff.
it is. It's to make the meat bigger, and then they
But-
put preservatives in it so that they can get to the store and have the longest shelf life, so that they can sell it. And
Mhm.
it's all bullshit, really. Unless you go and kill a cow yourself, like you're gonna be ingesting shit. you
But-
know?
the farm raised food's supposed to be like not, hormoned.
Yeah, but there's like
and then
two
obviously
farms,
you
bro.
need preservatives because like you can't
A
go
lot of
bad.
stuff has preservatives
in the
because-
grocery
for
store,
shelf life.
literally. And in the
And-
grocery store, there's like two fucking farms that like actually supply that shit. It's all big corporate farms these days.
Yeah, I would say going to some sort of more expensive place is better, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you don't really know where it's coming
Yeah.
from, but honestly, they most of the time they do have some sort of like free range grass fed food, which is good.
That's definitely more like a smaller scale compared to what you're talking about.
I
What-
just
I don't
come on,
know.
like what's really the difference like between having like a free range grass fed cow versus the cow that has lived the worst life ever.
Well, there's
and-
no
Well, really,
difference, but it's
the
more
difference
just
is-
corporate shit and all the chemicals they put
I
in it.
Yeah, the
but
chemicals
I
is really
heard
the
there's
bad
a
thing.
difference in taste too, but that's not even really what I'm talking about. I'm just talking
I
about.
see what you mean, though. Like, I don't know.
I'm
it's-
talking about what you're saying, like getting sick and having cancer from preservatives and just bad. Like,
I'm not even
bad
saying
treatment
it's
of food.
super bad, but it's just the fact that everything we eat has preservatives or something. in
Yeah,
it.
like shouldn't
You know
the
what I
main
mean?
the main one be like home like farm raised, and then the alternative that people are buying be like these side factories
Yeah,
that
and-
shove them full of fucking hormones?
But at this point, there's so little like actual fucking family farms. Like what you're eating is not from a family.
Yeah, no,
Definitely
it's
not.
sad that there is like a handful of farms throughout the country that provide like all the meat and chicken for the nation.
Dude, and even the real farms are massive companies. Like even if they're like not a corporate like
I've
entity,
seen a lot of-
they're still like making thousands of cows and killing them on
I've seen
daily,
them,
and they want the most
like,
profit.
dirty videos of like people abusing cows and shit.
Jason?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's it I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's just like fucking white trash, and they're like literally just taking these
Like a hammer to the head.
No,
type.
no, it's like at these like big like I want to say big pharma, but like big cow facilities, and there's like little like veal and shit, and they're just throwing these cows around like it's like they're just objects.
That's what they do
which
with
they
the
kind of
cow
are,
house.
and in the way that they treat them, because like bro, it's so sad. They're just in like little plastic like huts, like kind of like a dog pound, except
Yeah.
like
Except they're getting raised to be killed. I saw this video of a chicken factory, and it was just this big, like, it was like a POV video. And, like, the chicks go down this tube and, like, through this tunnel and this conveyor belt into, like, a grinder. Like, it's actually crazy, and they're all alive.
What?
It's actually nightmare shit, dude.
yeah, and they're just getting fed, and there's more. Like imagine
And
being
yeah.
a
Just a
chicken
line of
seeing
them.
that just.
And, like, the video, it was, like, putting, like, little speech bubbles above their head, like, help me. It was hilarious, actually, but it was pretty
It's funny.
sad.
My sister's like against eating like cow and pork and stuff, but she's okay with eating chicken.
That's just a phase.
I know. Well, it's just like she just thinks chicken is barely life. Like not like she just thinks chicken's dumb, but cow is smarter and more like.
Damn, that's like like a fake pescatarian.
That
almost.
is kind of
Well,
like
I
just
mean,
selective eating.
no, honestly, what it is she wants to be something, except she likes chicken and doesn't like beef and pork.
she wants to make a stand.
Yeah, but like honestly,
I mean, the beef industry is what's
I
affecting the
I feel
methane.
her though. Like a chicken's kind of like
It's coming from a good place, but
a chicken's not as smart as a cow.
Well, even if your standpoint was just like to help the environment, like chicken's less of an impact on the environment than cow meat would be.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, you never know though. Like a cow
yeah,
might
you're-
not
you're-
be.
yeah, I think you're right, actually.
But
I
people
think-
nowadays just want to make up reasons to do shit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what if we all just ate chicken, no cows?
There's also the other issue. I
I
did a
feel like
whole
that's
project
manageable.
about this, bro, for school one time where like it's like a majority or a large percentage of like the methane in the air is from fucking cow farts.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've seen that too.
Maybe like a third or something.
It's funny. I did some sort of little report on that too.
Yeah, and clearly if we had less cows, we wouldn't have to worry so much.
Yeah,
Well, we
about
could
but
just
honestly,
fucking
I-
use it for energy.
I was thinking
the
back.
farts.
Yeah, you can burn methane gas.
I was thinking.
They've got to put bags in the back of all these cows.
Just tubes, just asshole tubes. Just abuse
Jesus.
them more.
have them hooked up to a tube before they get slaughtered. What were you
yeah.
gonna say, Adam?
I'm not sure. What were we just talking about?
I don't remember. But on the topic of foods, did you hear about the pink fucking sauce on TikTok?
No.
I watched a Penguin Zio video about it, and some fucking TikToker made a pink sauce, which looks like, you know, if like Wanda from Fairly Odd
Just-
Parents got, yeah, it's so disgusting. And then they tried to sell it, and it had like milk in it.
Yeah.
And there was no, you know, preparation or
So it's just raw sauce.
preservatives. Literally, all these people are getting rotten sauce. It's different colors when they get it in the mail, and yeah,
That's really
people are getting
dumb.
sick from it.
Well, I don't know what you expect.
Isn't it fucked up that someone can like make that a trend rapidly and like literally almost murder people from trying to make money off TikTok?
Yeah.
And it almost worked, except she damn near killed people.
I mean, it's pretty cool that she was able to market that shit and sell it, but she's just stupid. And got a bunch of people sick.
Literally, her video, her response.
I don't know what she was thinking. Shipping milk like
Type
that.
shit.
Milk is products. But
Her response was, "We're still in the lab testing phase." So basically,
Well, then why are you selling it and
Exactly.
shipping it out? No,
Fuck.
you could sue for that. They better sue.
Yeah, on God, and I hope she does get like a lawsuit. She should not continue to sell anything.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you are in testing, they probably didn't even put a warning or anything.
Not literally.
That's just an excuse because she's fucking stupid.
On God, don't buy shit through TikTok, people.
Yeah, for real. That's crazy.
But in other news of people being fucking retarded and related to the topic we talked about the other day where someone got raped in the metaverse.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is not quite that, but someone got banned in a gaming competition for teabagging their own teammate.
I heard about that.
That's
That
stupid.
was just dumb. I saw the clip and it was just like the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I don't really get that.
It was, dude. It was just this. Well, at first he thought like I think it was some sort of like.
He team
mod
killed
of
the
the-
person too. To be fair,
Oh, he did.
he murdered his own teammate. I'm pretty sure, and then teabagged.
What,
Really?
did
Are-
his
are you
team
sure about that?
ban
I'm
him?
not sure. I might be
Because
talking
the
out
clip
my
I saw
ass.
was the teammate was just dead, and then he was
Oh, okay,
teabagging him.
okay,
And
okay.
then whoever this mod dude was, he was just like,
I think he was running the
He-
competition.
yeah, something like
hosting
that.
it or something.
And then he was just like, oh, this is unacceptable because he thought he was teabagging an enemy instead of his teammate.
But then they clarify it for him.
Yeah, and then but he still wanted to hold the ground. That teabagging in general is bad.
It's kind of weird because you think about sports and unsportsmanlike bans. It kind of does carry over to gaming in a weird ass way.
I mean, I think I heard a lot of arguments why teabagging's okay.
I mean, it's
Like-
fucking a video game.
I mean,
yeah.
it's literally just
Yeah, do you think that crosses the line though for esports that's unsportsmanship
Not at
though?
all. I think it's a piece of gaming culture. I think if you were to just cuss someone out across the room and be a fucking menace,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
bannable. But like a teabag it's a piece of gaming culture that's been around.
I mean, it's
forever.
really just
it's a
two
silly
prompts.
fucking joke.
Yeah, it's just crouch.
It's literally like literally it's a piece of history. It should be defended. It's teabagging.
Yeah, well, dude got banned.
Yeah, he was literally like, "We're trying to create a safe space
Yeah,
here, where it's
exactly.
not
Safe
toxic." Yeah, he
space.
said safe space.
I mean, I can low key understand if it was the enemy that he was teabagging,
But it's not
Maybe.
but
even
it was a teammate.
teabagging. It's crouching over an enemy and pretending like it's so
He-
stupid.
I mean, it's because
but what's not safe about that?
It was like toxic behavior.
You really think that's gonna drive viewers away? Like that's just a stupid corporate decision. We're all fucking gamers, and you're gonna do some shit like that's gonna
Especially-
drive me away from that shit.
And then the
Well,
fact
yeah.
that it was a teammate, it's really just like Mans was just like memeing with his
It's
bro.
a meme,
Yeah, and
bro.
then-
No one's gonna see that and be like offended and never watch your tournament again. Like I'm not gonna watch your tournament because it's fucking lame.
And then I think he's being.
what game was that? I don't even remember.
I don't know either, to be honest.
Reminds me of like some CS:GO shit.
That's
It-
what I was
it wa- it
imagining
was-
in my
it wa-
head.
I wanted to say Valorant, but I don't even know.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. That's a little too far, but
He's
I'm
being
hoping.
hypocritical by like saying it's a safe space, but then literally over-regulating it to where he's practically being toxic by his
Yeah,
regulations.
that is an interesting point. But I don't know. I hope like society changes soon and gets less pussy and like restrictive
Yeah.
because it has gotten too far.
Do you think Andrew Tate's helping that? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Andrew Tate is. I kind of fuck with Andrew Tate. I asked my boss if he fucked with him, and he was like, "I hate that fucking dude."
Really? It's
Yeah.
funny that everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
everyone does. Whether
That
they
is
like
kind
him
of
or not.
weird, bro.
It
the
is.
fuck?
He's polarizing, for
Dude,
sure.
That's what it is. Yeah.
He's genius for like.
I like his points and
he
opinions.
definitely. So he makes a lot of good points. I've heard some dumb stuff, but
He does.
majority he is speaking truth in an aggressive way.
I think
That's
it's
a good way to
just
put it.
it's the dick sucking community that's around him that like
Yeah, for
makes
sure.
people hate him. You know,
But it's just because it's a whole bunch of like males that think the same way.
and a bunch of like he adapted like the red pilled community.
Exactly.
You know what I
I
mean?
know.
So,
And
like, a lot of
somebody
people-
had that name before him. I just don't remember who it was.
Oh, he made like an actual community.
No,
Well,
no, no. I'm
just-
just saying, like,
Oh.
there was somebody who was. Oh, do you know Steph is cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude used to kind of run that
And
shit.
fucking Sam Hyatt, if you guys know. That
Oh, yeah,
has
yeah.
like a red pill community.
hmm
But I think that will just make anyone hate you if you have a community of like red pillars.
It's just dudes trying to like advance themselves.
It's kind of just a
type
circle
shit.
jerk.
It is just a circle jerk, but
Y'all
like,
heard of Fresh and Fit?
I mean,
He's been on their podcast.
I've heard of
I
it.
just think, I mean, they have some good knowledge to retain.
He's
as
a cool
man.
guy, but I go in the comments and it's like rare, or it's like common like Tate dub, and it's just no matter what.
No,
he
I,
says,
no, no,
Yeah.
everyone's on that shit.
I know his fans are dick riders, but I'm saying like as a just a common scroller, you know what I mean? Somebody
Yeah.
who just sees it, like some of it's agreeable.
Yeah, it's a
it
lot
is-
of good points. I like Tate himself, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say it's his fans are probably the worst people. Like
He
the
has a
people that
cult
Well,
following.
they're
yeah,
really
like-
just like 15-year-old
They-
fanboys.
dude, they're literally jits. That's what's so
Yeah.
funny, and he's literally just some billionaire fucking dude.
yeah, he was like a kickboxer.
He was.
He's like just pulling up in his Bugatti and fucking all these 15-year-olds recording. Like he's literally pretty much just like a nobody except with like a
He's
strong
just
opinion.
rich and
Yeah,
like has a
exactly.
good voice.
And like
yeah,
people just are fans of him for that.
It's because they want to be him.
I heard his Hustlers University thing was kind of like.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, obviously, it's just some sort of course, like
Some scammy
he's
shit.
selling courses.
I
too?
heard no, I heard it was just a whole bunch of like Tate fans. Like,
Yeah, well, you should
shit.
never trust
I mean, yeah, of course.
like what's his name with the knowledge?
Yeah, here in my
Like,
garage, Ty Lopez.
Anybody's.
Ty Lopez.
He was like one of the first ones to kind of start that shit.
Yeah.
the get rich quick scheme
Yeah.
courses.
And then Crypto Bros like furthered that, so now there's all these like fake crypto.
he like transitioned
genius.
into a crypto bro too. I feel like.
Dude, there's so
Yeah.
many people on Discord doing that.
Yeah, it's
and,
just like
Gary
WhatsApp
V's.
and
with
Badass.
financial advice that no one should ever follow, but it's just like
it's crazy.
Did you see Gary Vee on the Nine Club?
Gary V.
He went on
Gary
the
V.
Nine Club.
No, what?
He's a TikTok finance guy who was doing crypto and like really just be speaking out his ass. I feel like half the time. I think I saw Gifted Hater react to it because he was on the Nine Club. And he was just clowning, man.
I'm
It's
fuck with
funny.
Gifted Hater.
He is pretty fire sometimes.
See, it's
you know?
funny because when I first started watching him way back in the day, I thought he was like the most left wing motherfucker ever because he was talking about how we should get rid of the phrase tranny in skating
Why?
because it's insensitive to
Oh.
transgender people, even though it's short for transition.
I mean, but what about like Chinese Nolly? Like it makes fucking
Yeah.
sense, bro.
Exactly. I mean,
Like what
it
the?
makes
Why is that
sense.
even called
Dude,
that?
I see
But like
both sides of the
tranny is
argument.
weird. It's not like I don't know.
that one I
No, no,
guess is more of a
Chinese
gray area.
nollie is a little bit
It's-
more.
there's no
charged.
point
That,
for
that
that
seems
name.
like a very
Yeah.
left idea, but it's like it sounds like like let's get rid of that so they can just be called a straight female. Like
Yeah, but then
Well,
like
it's
his
in-
videos
it's in
now, he'll be like
Reference to skateboarding.
his latest video. He was like, there was like a Ukraine ad, and he's like, let's get rid of this fucking help Ukraine ad. And it just like he's changed. I feel like he's gotten a lot more comfortable, but
Yeah, I feel you. Like he was damn near saying that for the audience, though.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the word tranny in skateboarding is perfectly acceptable. It's literally just a fun short version of transition. Like it has nothing to do with your transgender.
Oh.
Yeah, you
shit.
think that?
no, that's the R word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with that
Literally
transgenders.
nothing
Yeah,
to
like-
do with transgenders. It's just the word tranny.
Yeah.
Because transition skating is a thing, and people, it's quicker and snappier to be like, oh, I skate tranny.
Yeah.
It makes no
skate
sense. Like
transition.
I don't know. It makes no fucking.
People are
sense.
never gonna stop saying it, so fucking get over it.
Even the word tranny, it can be used in an offensive way, but it's not really that offensive of a word. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's kind of a disrespectful way to generalize someone. Like, oh, he's a tranny.
right, but then it's all just about how you're using the word. And if you're literally just talking about skateboarding, it's not that deep.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's not even that offensive.
And I do.
In general.
I would say the Chinese knowledge is uncalled for. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that
like,
one
that
doesn't
shit-
make any sense. Yeah, it's a
And I
little.
don't even think is there any other.
Why?
Oh, you know what's another one that's like up for debate, and I think this one maybe is like when you do a body varial.
Yeah,
You know the other term's called
sex change.
Yeah.
But that doesn't. I can see why that's. But it's skateboarding.
No, I could see why
I was
that's
just
called
think-
sex change too.
Because
It's
you
'cause
go
you're
from
swapping
regular
your
to switch.
stance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, like Chinese nollie, yeah, why is it offensive though?
Yeah, that's the one I
Because-
was.
Okay, where, like you hit the top of your Why is it called? Where's the Chinese come from, fam?
Exactly. You're trying to find some offensive connotation assigned to it, and you can't.
No,
I mean, yeah. Like,
It makes there's
It's-
like where
okay.
where did the Chinese come from?
who knows?
it
It's
doesn't
probably
matter,
some
but-
little obscure thing. I doubt it has anything to do with the fact that a Chinese man.
Well,
did it or
what's the
something.
difference
The
between
trick-
a regular
the
nollie?
trick is
it-
where
A
you
it-
Chinese
don't do an
nollie-
actual
Explain.
nollie. So it's a
It's-
fake nollie, pretty much,
it's
where you
pretty
just hit
much-
a bump.
When there's a crack in the sidewalk and you like throw your board at it, it does a little nollie.
Oh,
and like
I think I've seen something like that.
I'm not like defending that we should keep it, but I'm just like defending the fact that it's really not that fucking offensive. I really don't see like why people.
What if it was called the Caucasian nollie?
I wouldn't
I'm not
care
gonna- I'm not
because
gonna
I'm
lie,
not
though.
gonna sit here and get mad over a skateboard name that's not even
That's-
directly racist or like
That's a
offensive.
good point.
I've seen a few Chinese people on Instagram do that and like do other stuff like on steps where it's like
Well, that's just a
they're not,
firecracker.
but
Yeah.
yeah, where they're just not popping.
I
and
really
just go-
think it doesn't have anything to do with Chinese people. I think it's just a stupid, funny
may-
skateboarding name, like sex
I
change,
guess.
or like like skateboarding is really not that serious. It's kind of a bunch of like teenagers getting drunk and fucking on a wooden board playing and doing tricks.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But I get like why people think it's alarming the word Chinese nollie because it sounds like it's something racist.
I
but there's
personally
really
would
nothing.
stop saying like I don't feel the need to continue using like sex change or a Chinese nollie. But
I don't feel the
trans-
need either, but I just feel the need to defend the fact that like why are you offended?
Yeah, people
by
should
it.
just stop being pussies.
Like it's really just a name to me. I really don't give a fuck. But like, there's really nothing. There's no offensive intent or even like correlation with the name and like the offended community. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no like,
The
oh, it's
people-
called a Chinese nollie
Not
because it
yet.
has something to do with their eyes. Like, it's not like that. It's
like
just
the
called
people
a
who
Chinese
would get
nollie.
offended are people who it doesn't even affect.
Yeah, and it's like sex change. Like it's because it's like a play on words. Like
Yeah.
I really don't see what like we don't. It has nothing to do with people getting sex changes. It's just kind of a clever way.
I saw a clip of someone who was wearing like a kimono and a rice hat at a college campus, and he was asking people what they thought, and he was just getting told like "fuck you" and like "you look this racist."
Dude, everybody
Yeah.
on college
And then-
campuses are crazy.
Then he goes to like it was like in LA, and then he goes to Chinatown, and then it's all these like old Asian women just being like, "Ooh, your outfit is so cute," and then that was the whole point of his clip is that like.
It's subjective.
Yeah, and people who like it's actually their culture, they're just like, oh, okay, cool, like you're fucking with it, and it's not really like appropriation just because maybe you're appreciating.
It's just
a culture.
because that's pretty racist.
I have a
but
question.
I feel like if I saw like a guy walking around with a Chinese kimono on campus, I'd think it was weird.
Yeah, maybe the location.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
I-
mean. Like
I would
I'd be
too.
like, this kid's a weeb. Like that's probably what I'd be, like think in my head. But like, I
What were you
don't know.
gonna say?
Do you guys think black people deserve money reparations?
No, there's
I
an
don't.
Atlanta episode about this where the people are killing themselves.
I don't think they.
I loved he literally like he does an episode where people have to pay reparations and what the world's like from it, and the white people are getting kicked out their house, so they have to give it back to black people.
It's a sticky situation because
Yeah,
like
but what about like the Indian people that we took the land from, America, or Jews, or
I don't think-
Italian
Jews.
people, or anybody else who has been slaves. So like,
See,
do
I
those people
think
get reparations?
Well, we
the
didn't
only
enslave
bad part
them.
about that is the reparations just come from tax dollars. You know what I
see.
mean?
Because okay,
But
that would-
granted,
would
we
make
did
sense.
fuck over the Native Americans.
the Native Americans is a very good point, but I could see why Jews isn't included.
That was all the way back
Yeah,
in Europe.
yeah, exactly.
We weren't responsible for the Israel shit.
Yeah, no, but the thing I was saying is like I don't care if like we give black people a bunch of money for that shit, but if it's taxpayer dollars, I didn't do shit to their community.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of unfair. Like, and like it's kind of sucks because I do believe like they were born at disadvantage
I agree.
just due to history and circumstances. But
and circumstances and exactly.
But it's like I don't care if you can just poof money and give it to them. Yeah, go for it. But like if my tax money is going towards that shit and I haven't done shit wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's tax the 1% for the reparations.
Even that,
sure.
I mean, I guess yeah, in my specific circumstance. But if I was in the 1%, I'd be like, fuck that. But
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. It's
I
just
mean, I don't even know how they could make it right. Honestly,
there isn't really.
Dude, I know. I've thought about it. It's like, I mean, I agree. They are born at a slight disadvantage in most scenarios. Whether it's just like poverty or being surrounded by shitty education. And
yeah,
then,
exactly.
you
You're
know,
being born in the hood.
yeah.
Like that's kind of shitty.
I think we've talked about that. Just the chances of you making it out is just like it's slim. It's more you're more likely to just adapt to your environment and live in that.
But at the same time, I don't even think like money would really help the situation.
I don't know if it would either.
I think it's more of like
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what-
no. Instead, we actually need to fix the issue of the systemic racism, the poverty-stricken areas
Yeah.
of America where they're still getting fucked over. Instead of just like, I think that was honestly the point of Donald Glover's episode too in Atlanta is that doesn't actually fucking solve the issue.
Is
Like taking money from a bunch of people that weren't really related and then just giving it back to people who also technically themselves weren't enslaved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they are living with like the fucking systemic issues, which is why that's really what needs to be fucking fixed.
yeah, it's really like the only people at fault are like the people that did the shit like that are dead now.
And granted, if your family has literally like $100 million from slave money, like they had, like their business started, like they have a fucking $1 million corporation that started from a fucking plantation, maybe take that money. I don't know. That's
I
a little
think-
more reasonable than taking
See,
average Americans' tax money.
It would be
That last
interesting-
name's been passed down too.
not
Like,
even the top
Yeah.
They
1%.
can find those people.
Yeah, if your company is still like you got $1 billion company, I think you could help to
Yeah.
fix the fucking poverty.
But like,
I think it would be interesting if like Biden and like all the other fucking like rich white dudes that were like obviously should pay, if they gave up 90% of their income and none of them would want to do it, even though they vouch for the fucking reparations, like crazy.
Biden?
You know-
Wait, did
Yeah.
Biden vouch for this shit?
I bet he did. I'm talking on my ass, but I'll bet you
No.
$100 he is
You're not
about
wrong,
that shit.
and it's hilarious because he acts like he's so like pro rights of minorities when he was literally passing laws against
Yeah,
minorities. when
it's
he
all
was-
he's
bullshit.
just reading a screen.
I know, dude. He ain't even there anymore.
Like, he's literally just reading.
Did you see the video where he had trouble reading the script?
Yeah. He was
It's-
like,
it's
read again.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but I mean, Trump was reading the screen too. To be fair,
No, but
it's
at least
just-
he could read the screen.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. I think Trump was reading a screen, but I feel like he had
Dude,
times where
I'll-
he freestyled it.
No,
It would
Oh,
be nice to
maybe.
hear a president freestyle
Actually-
off the heart, you know.
And then, but everyone would hate the shit.
No, his freestyling was his
Some people would.
campaigning and
A
his
lot of
Twitter.
people would.
Do you
yeah.
think the dumb shit Trump said he actually wrote down?
I don't,
and, like,
I don't know. That's a really good question.
I feel like that's just a straight no filter talk.
Dude,
right
yeah,
there.
his fucking marketers are like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
everyone's like,
literally his
"Fuck."
Twitter. That's why the news was always him. They were just reporting on his tweets every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I don't know.
But back to like what the answer could possibly be. I don't know, cause yeah, just giving money to a problem that's happening, I might not just it might not.
I mean, look
solve-
at the stimmy checks. Like 90% of that shit went towards bullshit.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good like minor example, I guess.
Just of like,
I think
money doesn't really help anything.
we need one to like. I know this sounds dumb as fuck, but like, I don't know. As cops, you can't be afraid of black people. Like it's
Well, they're afraid of anyone that like looks like a threat.
yeah,
Really.
yeah, exactly. So you have to come off as the most blank canvas, like
Exactly, just non-threatening. Like,
yeah,
and a lot of cops, they don't understand youth or culture.
yeah.
They only understand like the average neighborhood white man's culture. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
That's why
Especially
you
in
can't have
certain
your
areas.
hoodie.
It
on.
always doesn't have to be with skin color, but like it has a lot to do with skin color just because like they see like media rappers like predominantly black like dressing a certain way or,
Smoking weed, whatever.
like smoking yeah
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
But if
It's
they saw
bullshit,
a white
honestly.
dude like smoking weed and like just like in the same outfit, like doing the same like in the same car, like they'd probably feel threatened as well. You know what I mean? But there is a skin color like aspect in there.
I know.
And then
I know there
to that
is.
point, the answer's like police need to be trained better to understand what's an actual threat and not just maybe a
Dude.
culture that you're not familiar with.
Yes, and I think because I think black people should be able to live to their fullest extent, like within their culture. They should be able to act however the fuck they want to act, and have a cop. Like cops should literally be the most neutral, like.
Like a judge.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like they should not have any sort of left or right opinion. You need to go in there with no opinion, figure out the problem, address it, solve it.
I really just think
You know?
cops need to be from that community.
And I mean, I do see a lot of cops from communities like that who do understand more, and they're more
Yeah,
tapped in with their community.
Exactly.
But I'm saying there's not enough of those.
There's
people.
not enough.
And
Like
police
There's a lot
corruption-
more white trash.
in the hood, you need a hood motherfucker to be a cop there that understands the community, understands the people, understand who's a threat and who's
Yeah, I've seen some Chicago police, and they talk about how they grew up in that area. and just, like,
Exactly.
they just understand it a little bit more. They know it's dangerous, but they know what's
they
going
just
on.
know what's going on. You know. Like,
Yeah, and they know that it's not like, I mean, I'm not gonna say who's a threat and what's not, but it's not like every black person you pull over is gonna be a threat.
No, and they know that because they're from the fucking community.
Yeah, but I feel like in Shittsville, around here, it's definitely they're gonna be clutching a little bit harder.
Yeah. Well, also, I saw something about female cops and how like they like I've just seen a bunch of like female
Female-
cops do stupid shit.
I have too,
and it's
I have
because
to.
they're at like a lot of more of a disadvantage in like
especially
defense.
against men.
And like they
giant
can't
men,
really
scary
like
men.
hustle or like grab a man and like control him.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the one where
So they're a lot more
have you
scared.
seen the one where the dude's in the car, like it's like an SUV or something?
And she just pops him in the fucking face.
What?
No, the cop, the man cop does.
Oh no, I saw this one where a woman was at the passenger of a car talking to her driver's side, and he just puts it in drive and tries to go, and she just pops him in the fucking face all
Holy
the way
shit.
down.
That's
She was like,
too
I don't know
much,
why I
bro.
killed him. She literally said that. She was like, I just pulled the trigger. I don't know what happened.
Damn, I actually saw. I will get to the first clip, but I saw another clip of a female who literally emptied the full clip in a dude. Pow, pow,
I've also
and-
seen shit where they thought their gun was the taser.
I was about to bring that one up. Yeah.
well,
It's crazy.
what I was gonna say was some dude like on the driver's side, he pulled out a strap like this, and she grabbed the barrel and was screaming like, "No, please,
I saw
please,
that.
no!" And then
I
like,
saw that.
some,
She was
like,
begging for her life.
literally type shit, and he was like, "Let me go, then, let me go," type shit, and then the like dude cop pulls up and just shoots him in the head.
See, I'm all for female
Yeah.
cops, but like, I just don't think the people enforcing the goddamn law should be like a dainty female. You know, like people that are meant to
It's
grab
tough.
people and control people and be
It's-
muscle.
It's
and
tough, you know.
It's like, why would you have
No, that's damn near.
a small female?
So the other point is
enforcing.
that there shouldn't be a fucking fat cop who needs to chase down.
I,
someone.
Yeah.
I kind of agree in that sense too. I think they should all be, you know, in a certain shape.
It's
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing that
You
we
gotta just
have
be
fat.
you gotta be
cops.
behind a desk
Yeah.
at that point. You shouldn't be out on the street.
Like, why the fuck? That's how you know our cops are fucked. If you have fat cops,
There's
that's
a
how
lot
you
of
know
them.
anyone can be a goddamn cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is there cops fuck. Well, yeah, that's a good point.
There
for
needs to
that,
be some
but-
sort of like, you know, kind of like, I don't know, like
It needs to be like the
fire
military,
department. Yeah,
bro.
or
it
like the
needs
fire
to be
department
like
or
the
shit,
military.
where
Like,
they're
but-
all constantly working out.
like we
and
train the
shape.
military
yeah, in
better
that
than the
sense.
cops, and they're going to other places and killing people. But we
Yeah.
can't defend our own home turf
Literally,
against ourselves.
That's a good point.
Like, it's really stupid, bro.
Honestly, I mean, I've never talked to an officer about that, but I don't believe they probably just, you know, go home and work out is probably what.
no, they just have to run like a mile in under 20 minutes.
No,
and,
I'm
like-
not talking about to get trained.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
talking about like what they actually do on a daily basis. Do you
Probably
you,
nothing.
Yeah,
most of them.
yeah.
It's a 9 to 5.
It is a 9 to 5, and they need to stop looking at it like that. Which, you know, maybe an
It needs
increase
to
in
be
pay. And
military.
yeah.
It needs to be more militaristic.
there needs to be more an incentive for them to be good ass.
Yeah,
cops,
because there's
I
cops
guess.
even like beyond racism, just abusing power for like trying to get women to give them top or fucking whatever.
Dude, the
and-
problem
Yeah.
is that like even in these country ass, like a country ass cop will do some fuck shit, and then their country ass fucking county will back them up.
Yeah.
And it's so
That's why
stupid.
it's so deep.
Dude,
There's-
it's
we're
so
not gonna
fuck-
come up with the answers
that's what I'm
ourselves.
saying. Like, it's so fucked because like it would be different if the county would just shut him the fuck down and, you know, just you're fired, get out of here. You know, but
It's-
they actually a lot of the times are gonna try and stand behind their men, and it's you know, at least a lot of times as the viewer, the cops like I'm like, what?
See, that's the
fuck?
only good part about the social media and cop thing.
yeah.
Like, a lot of it is taken out of context and blows a lot of stupid shit up. But,
Yeah.
like, the fact that you can catch a motherfucker doing some dirty shit and everyone doesn't want anything to do with him, it can, like, really fix a police department, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, the downside of that is, like, so much out of context videos and, like, I don't know, it's a bunch of bullshit.
You really have to put the county on blast though for them to like really give a fuck. It seems like I don't know because there's so many of these instances. Like I mean, you know, I'm just gonna name like Arkansas, Georgia. You know, just those real country ass like states. I don't know.
Yeah, and
like,
it sucks that, like, the
I've-
only way the videos get anywhere is if they're, like, racially charged.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably fucked up shit that
mean-
happens, like, all the time that never gets heard of.
I
Because
mean, if you're being
it's not-
honest, there's more videos.
like white on white.
Yeah, or just anything on anything. But, like, there's probably a cop out there that just killed an innocent girl or something, you know? But it never really gets that big because it doesn't have that racial charge behind it.
I would hope not, because that cop also needs to get fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I feel like there should definitely be extreme repercussions for making mistakes as an officer. I think maybe, you know, there should be like a, you know, like a warning, and then perhaps like a I don't know what step 2 would be, but then step 3 is like
no, you need to
gotta
go to
leave.
jail.
Yeah.
Is what needs to happen.
Well,
if
that-
you fuck up, you go to fucking jail.
It depends what you're doing, but I mean, the dude who
That
killed
shit is
George Floyd,
important.
he should go to jail, and he is.
It
the
is.
Breonna Taylor one was worse than the George Floyd one too. Bro.
Yeah,
There
I
was
think
a-
I think also
There was
what,
a no-knock warrant on a house that they weren't even supposed to knock the warrant on or some shit, and then they didn't announce police, and then They literally did everything wrong. Like a dozen.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure there's still some of them who were on the scene that day who are still working there.
For sure. Yeah, I was
And
only
it's
the one
just
that
like-
pulled the trigger. That was even.
It's like, come on, guys. And is none like perhaps one of them was thinking maybe this is not right, but they don't want to be the one to say something.
And to your point, Noah, I mean, you're right that like it might get blown out of proportion, out of context because it's racially charged. But as far as like, I'm sure this shit happens to white people. There's a lot more videos of like on cops where someone literally has like an axe and they're a white guy,
Yeah.
and then they end up getting the guy to put it down without having to shoot him.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I don't know. I just feel like there's crooked cops everywhere that do fucked up shit to everyone, but
is
you never
the
hear
truth,
about that
yeah.
shit. You know, you only hear about the headliner that like racially charged or
Speaking of things that like we never hear about, I was listening to a podcast. A guy wrote a book about the summer of '85 in Philly. The government dropped a bomb on a fucking like a house in a neighborhood. It was the leader of like a group that was a black community group that was like just real peace and like not work 9 to 5, smoke weed, whatever.
Really?
And then they let it burn the whole like community
Uh-huh.
down.
that's wild.
Any more details? Like, what do you mean that they were like a peace community,
was
but
a
it was all black people?
10-year
It was a hippie community.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a hippie community.
So not just black people.
The like the actual neighborhood was like middle class like black people. I think was the
Okay.
prior to that the guy was saying it was like a Jewish community and his own family lived there. But then after like a sports player moved his like mom in,
XYZ.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it was a 10-year thing of these people like dealing with the local government or whatever, and then it ended in that.
It's crazy.
And it was after they were doing with like the fucking
They burned it down or they dropped a bomb on it?
they dropped a bomb on a house and then let the community burn.
Oh, the whole like
Yeah.
houses around it.
Yeah, like it was like
That's-
61 houses.
That's insane. Actually.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And it was the government.
Yeah.
All because they were hippie.
Yeah, granted, he said like there was like
They were probably all just taking acid, chilling.
they were like
Doing nothing.
it was overrun with rats. Like people in the community were complaining.
They were like squatters,
because-
kind of
Not squatters, but they were so just hippie that they were like
disgusting.
eating raw meat, throwing their waste.
They're just barbarians.
They had a bunch of dogs. They didn't get them shots, so they were dying. They just throw it with their trash in the backyard. So it was
So
the
they-
community became overrun with like rats and like.
That's well. All you need is a
I-
homeowners association.
Yeah, for sure. But that can't just be black people in that? in
No,
the
but it's
area
just
then?
crazy the fact that they had to drop a bomb. Like, there's other ways to get like people out of your community.
Yeah,
That's
that's exactly what
pretty fucking-
he was saying. It was like the point I want to highlight is like how the fuck did it end in that, and like where could it have been resolved or like.
And how did they
stopped
get away
before
with
then?
that? Too?
Exactly.
times
pretty
were
fucked up.
different.
Because he was saying that back then, like growing up in Philly, that was like all like that was super important history. But then after like realizing moving around, he's like, oh, other people don't even know about this shit. Like I didn't. Shit.
Dude, Philly's pretty dangerous now. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I don't think it
Like
ever
with
like.
murder rate and shit.
Oh yeah, a lot of places are getting worse at this time.
Yeah, because of recession and the economy and all that bullshit.
Yeah, everyone's leaving Cali.
Yeah.
Everybody's migrating everywhere.
Literally.
They're
Like,
just trying
well,
to get out of it.
everybody's leaving all the expensive states, but
But since you were
it's
speaking about
inflating everything
how
else.
the world's fucked, something I was thinking about. You know that like Disney fight that happened. Anyways, there was a huge Disney brawl, millions of views on YouTube. People got arrested, and there was another Disney brawl like relatively recently. What is it up with people
I don't know.
where times are fucked that they just brawl at Disney?
I don't know, dude. People are pissed. It's like Chuck E. Cheese is the same way. You ever go to a Chuck E. Cheese nowadays?
Parents be
Parents
squaring
be
up.
on some fuck shit. But did you guys hear about the Lake Osceola in Orlando?
No.
So my girl was telling me on 4th of July, they heard pops like that sounded like shots. So there was a big stampede of people running, and a lot of people got really fucked.
Just from
But it was
Just getting
fireworks?
crushed
Yeah,
by
yeah,
people
yeah, it was
running
fireworks.
away. It was fireworks, but like
Was it 4th of July or no?
it was like 4th or something like that. But it was just fireworks, and people thought they were gunshots. So everyone, it was like a mass hysteria, and everyone was running around, and they were trampling people. Just craziness. But like I kind of understand like after Pulse and everything, and like just the way the world's been right now. Like
For
I would be
sure.
running too, bro. Like I would be running too.
There was a shooting at my high school that was like it was a targeted shooting where like someone went there to shoot someone at a football game.
They got stopped.
No, the person got
Oh,
shot.
it was just some beef.
But yeah.
Really?
So
Did
then
but
this was like in
just
like
hit-
2018.
just hit.
Yeah. So one person got hit, maybe two or something. But it was targeted. But the whole fucking game was stampeding, and people got fucked up.
Yeah.
Just because everyone was like, "Oh fuck, it's a whole shooting."
What? Papa.
It was It was only a couple rounds or some shit. But
like, why
people-
catch your op at a fucking football game in front of his
That's
school?
just high school.
Dude,
Why
it
not
was
just
it
roll
was
up to
like
his house
parent
and,
beef,
like,
I think,
murder him
too.
in his
Nah,
house?
it was like like the guy was older. I'm pretty sure it was like the parents of a kid maybe,
That's
and the
fucking
student on the
stupid.
field too. Actually, so who knows?
That's
Wow.
great. Imagine like a
That's a
sniper
mess.
perched up, like the quarterback's about to hike the ball, and he gets like taken out.
The kill the quarterback.
Well, like the kid
The
you're
guy
beefing with
hiking the
is
ball.
like a quarterback in the game.
Wow,
That'd be
Or like running on the field and just sparking the quarterback and running.
that's insane. You would get tackled.
Yo,
I-
no, you
everybody-
wouldn't.
I mean, not
Yeah,
when you
actually,
got the
you think
the
everybody would
blicky.
just be standing there?
I
like,
think everyone would be flipping their shit after a gunshot
dip,
comes
yeah.
from 5
No,
feet
I'm
away.
talking. All right, this is really dark, but yeah, like imagine just on the field, you just run out there on a high school. You know,
They
nobody.
think you're streaking and then you just murder someone.
Yeah, and then like you think they're tackling you, or
No,
I don't think
they're
they'd
standing
gonna be
there?
immediately.
froze.
I don't even think they'd be frozen. I think they'd just be like, "What the fuck," and start running away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
a lot of people would do. That.
Like I wouldn't just be. I'd be frozen for a second, but then like I would just sprint the fuck away.
Well, that's like, but no, I'm just saying. I don't know. You got a whole bunch of football players. They might tackle you. You know what I mean?
But it ain't shit to just fan the hammer on those motherfuckers.
Sheesh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people would tackle him, but maybe. They are
Maybe
football
a hero
players.
is on the field.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's crazy.
It's always
man.
nice seeing a hero,
We
is
need
true.
a hero.
like the gas station clerks and stuff who shoot back at the.
Yeah,
robbers.
but that's not even a hero. That's just like a.
defending their property.
They just don't want to get robbed.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
they have a gun. They don't want to get shot or something. Just,
That would be so cool. when I worked at a gas station, I always fantasized about that. But
yeah,
we
but
never
you
had
didn't
a
have
gun.
a gun, yeah.
But like, imagine just a shotgun just blowing someone the fuck away. Like you're like, okay,
you
just blow their
Dude,
fucking
That
head off,
That's some like fucking Looney Tunes cartoons.
dude. But that
Like,
would be
imagine.
crazy.
Because even just having a gun and just shooting him a couple times would be your heart would be like.
Yeah, but
That
like
would be
you get
crazy.
praised for killing a man.
Yeah, you would. You would probably get away with it.
I would be shitting myself
Praise
though.
sounds like
I'd be literally shitting myself if that ever happened. Like any gun in my face with like harsh intent.
yeah. No one really wants that.
Yeah. Or like, dude, it would be dope if like someone robbed a store, but the guy in the back on the camera is like creeped out with a shotgun,
Blasted him while
Just
he's like at the
blast.
register.
and you see him at the corner of your eye.
You gotta act calm, I guess, is what they said. Like, just do whatever they say, and then if you have a gun, just pretend you don't.
You
until
gotta
the last
sneak
second.
attack,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. Just
bro.
wait for the vulnerable moment where they're not like pointing the gun right at your face, and then
Or
you
literally,
facts.
if you honestly just duck down and start letting shots off, like they're darting out the
Mo-
door,
yeah.
bro. like
did
they.
Have y'all seen the clip of it was like a Jimmy John's where a guy went in with a jammed gun and then like held the guy up, but it was a jam, so he couldn't shoot him. And then the guy, I think, like knew that the gun was jammed, but still just handed them the money like slowly,
Really?
just like super calm. And dude was chilling, just like I'm fucking tired of this shit.
See, it would be scary defending yourself in a gas station and hitting like someone else in the store. Do you think you'd get charged with that?
Hitting, yeah. What?
Like if
wait.
okay, so someone robs the
Oh,
store,
okay,
there's
okay.
someone shopping there, and then you whip the shotgun out and blow the fucking
probably
room away.
not. It's
And then you
gotta
kill
be-
somebody else?
Yeah, kill just a regular.
Because
shopper.
it might be
Alright,
like
well, listen,
manslaughter.
dude. You don't have shotgun like that. Like, it's not GTA.
I
You
would
have
love
a
to have a
handgun. Yeah,
yeah.
but no, people don't carry shotguns like that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because
the
I don't-
gas
I don't
station, I
think
feel
you
like I've seen
can.
it.
It's like the best defense
No,
weapon.
I'm saying I don't think
I
you
think
can.
maybe
you
not in
can.
public. Like
I
home
had a
defense. you're
friend
right.
who
Dude, you don't
his
even-
dad
how
had
do
a
you-
shotgun in the house.
Yeah, but that's
no,
different than a
taking-
business.
Yeah, no, bro. I'm talking about holstering it and
no,
walking out to
I'm
Walmart.
not talking like that. I'm talking if you're a worker at a gas station and it's under
oh,
the counter.
oh, that's different. Okay.
I didn't
That's
mean
what I
like
was thinking,
open
too.
carry. Like
Yeah,
if
dog.
it wasn't open carry, you probably could do that. But
Yeah, people do that in like Georgia. or whatever.
Texas.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Tennessee.
Maybe imagine a sawed off
That-
concealed.
no, I'm thinking a sawed off on your leg.
Well, open
you just-
carry, you need it to not be concealed.
Dude, I'm thinking
Well, how can you conceal a sawed off shotgun?
if
I
I'm
don't
a
know,
rapper,
but he was saying that.
if I'm a
like,
rapper, I'm gonna have the sawed off in my hoodie pocket.
It would have to be the little one.
Yeah, and just your hoodie just gets obliterated.
Wow. That I would. I don't know.
That would be insane.
That would be
You could probably
insane.
holster the small one, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe,
but then you have to
maybe.
reach for it. Like I just want to have. I want to clutch it. And if
Yeah, but
anyone
then,
wants to
like,
try me,
everybody's gonna see it poking through the jacket.
yeah, but that's the
Big
point.
ass.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like when you see the rappers and like I don't know if the camera can see this, but they got the gun in like this.
Yeah, they did, but
It's like yeah, I'm strapped. Mind your p's and q's.
mind them.
Mind them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't talk about work.
Well, in weed-related news, after New York allowed weed, they got illegal dispensaries that they're trying to ban now.
Why? I guess they're not getting no tax money off of that. But what's the difference between just a drug dealer and an illegal dispensary?
That's a good question. I
Because
was about to say-
they don't want the man to do it, and they also want it to be a legal process.
But as far as I'm concerned, I think it really is just like a drug dealer with a storefront.
Literally what it
That's
is.
what it all is, bro. I was at fucking True Leave, and I bought like a couple eighths, and they skimped me a gram on one of them.
You can go
I
back
can
and
bring
get it.
it
You
back.
should have went back.
That's exactly what happened. We went
Yeah.
back.
Got
I
a free eighth.
No, they just swapped it.
That's some bullshit.
I know.
If it's
But-
wax, you get to keep it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Usually they don't take wax back.
So what it?
But
So even if you crack the seal, they're taking that bitch back.
yeah, they did. They took
That's
it
some
back.
fucking stupid shit.
But it's damn near a drug dealer. They fucking skimmed me a gram. Like it's not like because my dad was like, how the fuck do they do that? Because I mean,
It's a
we
robot.
bought 4/8, dude,
It's
and
a
all
robot,
all
though.
all the three other ones were 3.6.
Imagine if
So,
someone.
Yeah,
2.5.
usually it's a 0.1 over too.
Imagine if the worker in the factory just wanted to take a gram home.
Well, that's kind of what it looked like. I'm not gonna lie, because
Really?
when I opened it, all right, like you know how when you open it, it's super flat,
Mhm.
the silver seal.
Yeah.
This one was like bubbled up.
No, I'd be like that sometimes.
Oh, okay. So, all right, then that's normal. But, yeah, and then there was like kind of like if like a whole nug, and then like I don't know, it kind of looked like a chunk was off and like a stem.
Dude,
But I
But
don't
it's
know.
weird. Why don't
Nah.
they do a scale check before they
Well,
fucking
that's-
ship
yo,
it out?
Like kind of tie it in was like, yeah, it's still kind of like a drug dealer. Like it's not as cut and clean as they want
Yeah.
it to be. You know. As
Well, it's
like,
just because the weed industry is like the legal weed industry is new.
It's new,
It's
yeah.
still farms and shit. Like
but
there's some
it's
family
BS.
farms.
They definitely should not be doing that because they're probably doing that with wax too. Except you know,
Yeah.
I can't weigh my fucking rosin.
They
'cause-
don't expect some motherfucker to weigh it out.
I weighed out my dad one time,
Well,
and
dude,
I
it
swear
looked,
that shit
it
was
looked
one.
light. So I was like, "What is this?" And-
Yeah.
I was about to say though, I got a bud one time where it was one nug, and I just assumed it was a whole eighth. I'm not even sure I scaled it. Now I'm like, I probably
Well,
got fucking
no,
scammed.
because I've seen that before where I open it and it's one big ass
and like a
nug.
tiny little nug.
Yeah,
next to
yeah.
it,
I guess, and they probably don't give you a free one because you could have easily just smoked a few bowls and then been like, bruh.
Yeah,
It's
that's also what I was thinking. Like you can kind of abuse that system, but
Exactly.
they have a good honor code. Like Mark was saying, if you could chief like half a cart and say it died or something.
And I think they took that back. It's weird that it's not so like cut and clean because I remember months ago, back when I first got my card, one time I got a disposable, and they were like, we can't take wax back if there's product left in the cart. I was like, okay. And then I'm pretty sure when I returned the other one, they took it back though.
That's why it's
So it's
bullshit.
whack
They
that,
treat
like-
it so medically,
And they
but then that shit happens. It's like,
Yeah.
what if the doctor
n-
left 2 pills out of your bottle and then you're fucked?
yeah,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that you never see that
They-
in pharmaceutical shit.
yeah.
But then they want to treat it like it's some pharmaceutical shit and then skimp you.
I know.
literally.
I know. I was thinking of that because yeah, like missing a gram's like 5 pills out of your prescription.
Yeah,
you know,
and
like,
that never
oh God.
happens.
But
Some bullshit.
I was gonna say it's weird that they don't have like proper regulations because like Certera was selling fucking papers and shit. I went to True Leave. They're like, they told us we can't sell papers, and then like 5 months later, they have papers and like a bunch of other shit. And it's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's probably a bunch of weird fucking hoops. It's probably a headache to like work in the.
I was
weed
gonna say though,
industry.
to tie in the New York shit, is that like, do you think it's only people trying to do that because it's recreational? So
I
there's-
feel like it's always been a thing. I feel
But-
like I've literally heard of like even before all the medical shit, like my family members that smoked and shit used to go to like this guy who had a counter and like weed products and like it's always probably been a thing.
I think I have kind of heard of that where
you
there
think
was
people
like
just
and
traveling
there's
out
been
of smoke shops.
you've heard about the
Yeah, it was
weed
like a weed shop.
conventions. You've heard about
Yeah,
the weed
yeah.
conventions. It's always kind of been like
Weed
that,
shows.
but just underground. And now that they're probably cracking down over there in New York. Because they used to not give a fuck. I've literally been in New York and seen like whole drug dealers in front of my face. Everyone's smoking down. Like no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
and this
like
was
on the-
before all the medical shit. This is like 2018, 2017.
Well, you know,
I've never gotten like an encounter with the police though over there. I don't know how that goes.
They just don't care because they have like actual crimes to deal with. So when some dude's
Yeah.
smoking a blunt outside a bar, like
that
they're
was
not
what
gonna harass
that was
him.
literally what the Airbnb guy told me and Gabe when we got weed from him, and we were like, "What's like this shit?" Like, he was like, "Oh, they won't give a fuck about the weed. They got important shit
Yeah.
to do."
Well, now taxes are involved.
But I was gonna say, do you think that shit's because people are probably wanting recreational weed in Florida? That way, it's not so limited. But do you think that's gonna happen, and maybe they're gonna get more strict with the laws just
Well,
because?
they actually are like in the process of decriminalizing it federally.
I also do think
Yeah,
but
only
that-
if
but
that'll
that's
go
not-
through.
That I don't know either, but that's that doesn't mean it's recreational.
I think the dispos have something to do with it too, because if you look at like tobacco, and you can't buy tobacco online, it's way more dangerous than buying drugs online. Believe it or not, like shipping cigarettes and shit to your house, infinitely more dangerous than shipping like actual drugs.
Why?
Just because the cigarette companies have their fucking hands in the greedy pot,
That's why.
and they influence the laws, and it's like it's so like it's
What do
pretty
you mean
bullshit.
it's illegal?
So illegal.
Oh,
and like
oh.
they crack down on that shit. Like you can't ship tobacco like that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like now that weed's legal and there's big weed companies, like it'll probably be kind of the same way with recreational shit and like
Well, I mean, there's transporters, obviously.
yeah.
But Tommy Chong got caught for that back in the day in like the 80s or 90s. He was like a big, stoner, and they just hated him so much. And he was selling bongs because he wasn't like trapping or anything, but he was selling pieces, and that was why they arrested him for like the sale of tobacco products.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It's crazy. I was young and I was trying to get like fucking tobacco shipped to me and it's impossible. It's so hard.
Isn't it weird that they would ship jewel pods?
You literally have to go to like European websites and shit to like even like
But why would they ship like jewel pods?
I don't know, because it's not tobacco. I
That's
mean,
It's just nicotine, like vape juice.
they cracked down on that too because of all the kiddies.
Well,
Yeah.
that
used to be a
that
method.
plus big cigs.
Yeah,
They
big
just-
cig.
Yeah.
They stepped on that shit.
See, I kind of like I've always been sus about the disposables because like
For sure.
you think about it, all
Like
the
all the shit.
pod systems have been getting hit with all the raw laws and regulations about flavoring and like
I just think there's so many new ones of this that they can't regulate them all.
You
and
know
that's what
that
it is.
didn't even go through
that's true.
the juice ban. You know how there was like a juice ban,
There's like a vape juice ban,
but
but like
it didn't like
with
finalize, I
Enjoy and
don't
with
think.
Juul, they can't have flavored pods anymore.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
But then you
happened.
see all these things like this is what the kids are using. No one's using Juuls and they're untouched. But part of me agrees with you, but part of me thinks that like this is just the cig companies.
Yeah, that's like their middle
would
ground.
Be, that would be insane. Actually, that would be crazy, but I don't know. I think there's just so many, and because we've seen a couple of them go, like Puff Bars are gone. Fucking a
Yeah,
couple
but couldn't
other
they
ones.
just outlaw the whole thing?
What?
You don't have to target each individual company. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I feel like
I think that
I guess they could do that because they can do whatever they want, but it seems like they had to do it by individual company. You see, like Juul, etc. It's
But
not like they.
I
It's
just
not like
think-
they can just do like.
well they were
all of
gonna
this.
do the
Well, they-
juice ban. And
They
I
could
think
say
that
like
was
no
gonna-
disposables.
But yeah, but I think that's all just political shit. Like it's hard to get a law passed that like affects everything. But if you're targeting a company, it's a lot easier to just fuck over a company if you have the bag, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like in order for them to do a big ban like that, I don't know. Which would make sense. I mean, why just like stop Juul when you can stop every company doing the same exact thing? And that's why I think it's just like money.
Yeah, because I think they were gonna do that when they were supposed to ban like juice even for devices, and then they were like, I guess it didn't go through because of money probably.
Yeah.
And then I think disposables were supposed to be incorporated in that, and that was the only time they were really threatened, like on a wide scale. Because other than that, it's been cease and desist by companies.
There'll always be a way though. Vape juice gets banned. They're gonna make some other hybrid way of getting Nick that tastes good.
Yeah, literally, right? Like Delta 8 type shit.
They'll make like cotton that like I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
they'll just figure out
Change
a
the
way.
chemical.
It's not gonna be juice anymore. It's gonna be like something else.
That's terrible to think about, to be honest.
I fuck with it.
No, it'd probably be even worse. But continuing with illegal weed, Shaq, bro, got fucking $150,000 he got scammed for because he invested in recreational weed shit in Cali or something.
Why did he get scammed?
Because they never got registered. or
It's like one of
had
those big
L's.
tech scams.
Pretty much. Like, he was just, like, probably heard from someone that this guy got bomb weed, and he was like, okay, I'll just front you the money, do the work, and then they just took off with
That
it.
happens in big tech. Like WeWork used to be a company. I think I've talked about this on the pod before, but there'll be a company idea that's never really like showed anything but numbers and like where it's gonna go, and they get billions of dollars in investors and then just dip.
Yeah, because their goal is just to flip the company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's just crazy. And then with tech, like it's so easy to scam. Like in big tech, like so many there's this Bitcoin company that did the exact same thing. They'll just like gather billions of dollars in investments before the company is even a thing, when it's just an idea.
Was that like a rug pull or something different?
No, that wasn't a rug pull. It was like a Bitcoin wallet company,
Oh.
and they got a shitload of investors. And the guy was hilarious. He was like some energetic like company owner, and like it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, he just ran off with the fucking investment money.
Is it? It's not the one that H3H3 did a reaction video to. Is it?
Maybe. And then there was a female that did it too. A female who is hated now.
Well, was it because she's a female or was she?
It's
hated?
because she did the scam, the big tech
Oh,
scam.
okay. I mean, shit. Yeah, that's fucked.
It's craziness.
You think more people are gonna get scammed for weed? Like
I
Shaq,
think-
bro. You don't
yeah.
think Shaq would have had like the right?
It's
connects?
because it's a rising market, and it's gonna boom, and
Yeah, that is
everyone wants to
crazy.
get in. While it's
150 is
early.
not that much for him.
No,
though.
yeah. The post I read was like $400 million. Shaq lost 150K. It's like, yeah, who gives a
Yeah,
fuck? But he's suing
honestly.
them for like 10 mil for interest.
Well, good for
Sheesh.
him. But yeah, I don't know. Any like rising industry, people want to get in early, so they'll be quick to invest. Like
I
that's
hope-
why all this Bitcoin shit's going down.
Damn, they're definitely gonna, or Shaq's definitely gonna win that.
No, for sure. I mean, they didn't even register the company.
Yeah, but that's kind of his fucking fault.
No, it is. Yeah. I mean, and now he's got to waste. He's probably gonna
Waste
Well,
money with lawyers and shit.
yeah, but I
don't
guess
know
he'll get
why.
it back with the court shit.
He's so
whatever.
fucking astronomically rich. I don't know why he's worried about it.
So he doesn't get scammed again, probably.
Yeah, maybe it's just a pride thing.
Yeah, and then people are gonna be like,
But if he loses the lawsuit, it's just a double L.
that is a double L.
How would he do that?
Yeah,
though?
how
Come
would
on.
he
Because
lose the
it's like-
lawsuit, though?
I don't know. I could see them defending it like this is your fucking fault. We didn't even know a company formed and shit hit the fan. So
That's
you're
a good
stupid
point.
for investing in a company that doesn't exist yet. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
Like I feel like that's how I would defend it, but
They might convince the jury with that shit.
I don't know. I don't even know. You think it'll be a jury case?
I don't know. How
Nah.
Oh, I guess civil cases aren't juries, huh? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. You guys want to pause it?
I'm down.
But-
Thought you
Boy,
had a
wired.
job, now you fired.
You looking wired.
You're looking wired. Your eyes big. Your mouth looking retarded.
They're gonna say retired. Damn.
retarded.
You work at McDonald's.
You look like a retard.
Look at McDonald's looking like Ronald.
That boy looking like a double McChicken.
We back.
Double McChicken.
That boy looking like a double patty on a cheese and a tomato.
Boy, you look like a tomato.
Boy, you looking like a chicken crispy.
Actually, I was acting shook by that, but people have ordered McChicken and they order another patty and they're just like, yeah, just throw it on top. I want two.
What, like 2 chicken patties?
Yeah.
What if I order and I was like, I just want 2 top buns if you can put them on top.
Dude, people
Yeah,
order
people do that crazy shit.
grilled cheese.
No.
I get a cheeseburger, like $1 cheeseburger, and say no patty.
Oh, really? That's
some people would
crazy.
get it no meat, the toppings, and some people get it just cheese
I
and
just
bread.
want a
I've seen
burger with
people
no
just go
bread.
there and buy pickles.
I just want like I
Like,
want a
can
whole
I get
deluxe.
a burger with nothing on it but pickles?
I want a whole deluxe with no bread. Imagine eating that.
No, people get that. They're like, put it on the platter. I'm
I
watching
can't
my
have
carbs.
yeah.
Fuck you.
You're at
Karen.
McDonald's.
Literally, everything's carbs.
Fitness bitch at McDonald's.
Dude, literally, the salads are more unhealthy than the other shit.
Literally, they
Really?
probably go in the back and grab a couple leaves.
The foot, Taco Bell foot lettuce.
Yeah, the foot lettuce.
Was it a Burger King?
Oh, it was. Damn, it was.
Burger King foot lettuce.
We're all-
Oh,
Number
weak.
3, Burger King foot lettuce.
Just such a funny
The
combination.
last thing
of
you would
words.
ever want in your Burger King burger is
Is somebody
somebody
else's foot fungus.
foot lettuce. I wonder what that guy's up to nowadays.
Foot lettuce, foot lettuce.
You guys
Foot
remember
lettuce, what?
what's his name? I want to say Scarface. That's not his name. Scarce.
Scarce. Oh yeah, the
News?
news YouTube channel guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
You-
that was?
No.
I don't know.
It was just some news YouTube
It
channel
was some
guy.
top
but
10
he,
guy.
like,
It was the top 10 guy.
kind of like that other dude that I just said.
Do you remember when
Except
top
more about
10s
like news.
Top 10s used to be the
running
shit.
Yeah.
They were like triggering the YouTube algorithm like no
That's
other.
dude. I just love how Gifted Hater edits.
Yeah, his
like-
edits have gotten a lot better.
Dude,
That's
they're
why I can
hilarious.
appreciate
Like
it
he's so ironic with it. Like he'll be like number 10, like some obnoxious dubstep just blaring. It's
more.
fucking hilarious.
And I feel like it's shorter now instead of like 8 seconds of whatever joke he was making. It's
Yeah.
like a
for
couple
real.
second cut.
I feel like skating's just dry right now, so
Yeah, you just be taking hiatuses.
yeah, for real. He's got a whole girl and shit. He's literally just some kid in California.
Yeah. Flow skater, whatever.
He's pretty good at skating. Have you seen him skate?
Well, why is he only flow then? How about that one? Why any am? That's my question.
I don't know.
If he's so good, but you know,
He's pretty
He's
good.
aight.
He's
He's
better
decent.
than me and you
he's
combined.
decent on the
probably.
board. I'll give him that.
He's got some dope tricks.
He's decent on.
He's got like bigger flip.
what do they say on the wooden wheels?
He can shred.
Yeah, but his tricks like. I need to watch him in another game of skate. Like, if he can't switch flipping, actually, I think he can switch it.
No,
and
he
shit.
can do all that shit.
He could do like flipping his tail. Yeah,
He's gotta
it's
get-
cool.
He's pretty good, but he's not like gnarly at all. That's his problem.
You know, Major Crew.
Major crew. Yeah, that was
Dude, Nick
JP
Holt-
Garcia.
Yeah,
right?
but Nick Holt and Mikey Whitehouse, they're better than him. They'd be
Yeah, but no
fucking
one expects
stupid.
this hating ass kid on the internet to like even be able to skate.
In my opinion, when he's like, "Y'all don't think I could do shit," like that's when I'm like, "Okay, bud, you're not that good on a board."
No, but it's pretty impressive. I think
He's decent.
he's decent. He's enough to be like, okay, you can talk shit about skateboarding.
Yeah, no, and more than like his skate capabilities, he has like a love and like you can tell he knows the history of a lot of shit.
Yeah, I love him versus Steve Barra.
Or fucking dude, honestly, even Chris Roberts. Like I used to fuck with the 9 Club, but now like that they became self-aware, they just are absolutely garbage.
I don't. Yeah, for real. Every time I put on a Gifted Hater video, it always like auto plays to the 9 Club. So I wake up to the 9 Club every morning.
Dude, like when they shitted on him, I was like, yo, y'all, come on now. Your show is what it is. Like if you were trying to make something nice and edgy, like you failed. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
Pretty boring, honestly.
And then what was the other thing? They were acting like, I think skaters shouldn't get paid unless you're pro. I forgot. He had a hot take on some shit about how they were talking about paying for skating.
I think that the take that he has about pro and like the levels, like what is pro and what isn't, is good. Cause like, if you look at like, a lot of times now they'll just pick up some TikTok kid and turn him pro. You know, he doesn't have
is
to put
Burberry
years
Airy
into.
actually pro, or is he just?
I don't know, but there's a Scapegoat.
Never heard of it from him.
Technically, he's pro, but he never was an amateur, an am skater, or like ever was even
Flow or
really flow. It's kind of stupid. And then Barracks like literally said like in their battle at the Barracks finals intro, it was like what it means to be pro and whatnot, and it just completely contradicted everything.
What was that like?
Cause they like basically said like to be pro you have a long like history and like grind and like, and that's what they always say about Gifted Hater. They're like you have to earn your stripes in skateboarding to be this and that, and then they just turn some Instagram like kid pro for nothing.
No, I feel like he's earned his stripes as far as like commentary, but it's not like he's a pro skater.
No, exactly.
Cause yeah, like there's other people that are making skateboarding commentary that don't have like the history. Honestly, like us. Like,
Yeah.
but there's people that are trying to act like a Gifted Hater, like they really could gatekeep like that, but they don't know the history of everything.
Or even like know what they're talking about. You know, like
Yeah,
I don't
literally.
know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like I don't follow skateboarding's every move, and
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's out of pocket to like act like you know everything about something you don't keep up
It's
with.
kind of like Skate 3, how there's like trick liners, and then there's people that actually know about skateboarding that
Who's-
play the game.
Mute that shit. But yeah, the trick liners are pretty cancerous. That's not really. Are you saying that's the good aspect of Skate 3? Because I always thought that was.
No,
dope.
I thought that there's a lot of like commentary and shit about skating coming from like trick line ass motherfuckers that don't know shit about skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like people that play skateboarding games that don't skate, and so they don't understand like that premise and everything.
What do you think of the skateboarding community in comparison to like how it was?
I like the skateboarding community. I think it's dope, honestly. I think that aspects of it are pretty lame, but I don't know. You never really see a lot of Walmarty skateboarding shit
And
like you used to. Like it's pretty corporate, but I don't know if I've gotten used to it or if like it's died down.
But like it's not as edgy as it was, and I feel like it was because back in the '90s, like I was watching a doc on it, and people were talking about how like at the like Love Park or whatever, you know, in Philly,
Yeah.
people were going there. Like that was like not a good neighborhood back then, or
Nah.
anything. Like it was like the skaters earned their like stripes by just showing up,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, yeah, that's probably why people were so like gatekeeping back then for like shit about
Well,
people trying to
yeah.
be posers.
Skateboarding, I don't know. I feel what your question was meant to be now. Like culture, skateboarding culture, like it's definitely a lot more watered down now.
Yeah,
It's not as like dope, but I don't know. I'll always love skateboarding whether it looks cool or not. Like I think it's just I know so many people that say they skate and then they just longboard, you know?
yeah. That's always fun to hear.
That's kind of just how it's become. It's more of like
And then we're in Florida too. Like, what are you doing on a longboard down here?
people just love skateboarding culture, but they don't love skateboarding. Is really what it's come down to. Like people love
That's a good point.
Yeah, isn't that whack?
the culture around it, but then they don't
I
care
mean,
about a switch tray. You
It's
know what I
funny
mean?
because it's like people always say like skateboarding and hip hop like are pretty interconnected, and it's like people really love the hip hop culture, but like don't even know the history or like
Yeah.
love the music like that. They're just fucking with some TikTok rapper.
They just like the culture around it. They don't
Yeah.
really love the music.
I guess they're similar in that way for sure.
And I also
Wh-
think
what
it's
about
an
people who
expression
just-
thing.
Can't skate or don't feel like they can skate,
I mean,
etc.
I mean, just I don't know.
I've
It's-
seen.
Are they? Should they just leave?
I
mean,
don't
Should they
know.
stop wearing their skate clothing?
I mean, and Brett, I mean, I was a bit gatekeeper-ish, maybe overly. This is why I try not to be now, and I think people shouldn't. Is because in high school, I saw like a female wearing a thrash hoodie, and I was just like, "Do you know what the fuck that is?" And granted, it says skateboard mag. Like, if you're not retarded, like you can read the shirt even and be like, "It's a magazine."
It was even a little bit different in
Bitch
high
said
school.
it's a Zoomies brand. I was like, okay, bud.
Well, that's why I'm at the point where I don't even care about skateboarding clothing or brands are cool. Like I don't like to look
Says
like
a guy
skater.
was shitting on me just because I bought some rip and dip grip.
Okay, I'm a
Huh.
little like I fuck around with that shit,
Just
but like
wanted a graphic on
you
my
will never
grip.
catch me wearing like skate clothing because I really don't give a fuck about that shit. Like I like skateboarding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I used to be like a lot more protective over the culture and like
That is why it's weird that people who are
Hmm.
like maybe posting clips to their Instagram of them doing like a shitty front 50 on a ledge. It's like cool, but like, do you really need to tag like your whole deck setup like you're a sponsored
Yeah.
skater?
and I get that at the skate park all the time. I see people just like fully kitted out, like fashionista, like looking like just to sweat their ass off. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't try to. Like,
I mean, people think you look good, you play good.
No, but I mean,
I pull up to the skate park looking like shit, and I just enjoy myself. Really, I really don't like make a big thing out of it. You know what I mean? And I don't really.
if you're filming
Yeah.
something for a skate park, I could see it.
I could see that too. I mean, that's just where I'm at. I don't skate. I skate for fun now.
Yeah.
I don't take it seriously. I never like.
I guess that's the only reason people dress up is to like look steez in an
But then
outfit.
when they're yeah, pretty much. If you're talking about just like regular people, but then the other like pros, they're just sponsored. Like they're just getting fresh
Yeah.
drip from like
Well, yeah.
all their shit.
Even like the Supreme riders don't even look that cool. Like, but they all wear rockin' Supreme. You know,
Yeah.
like people
I
do
guess
take it to another
people
level.
like the clothing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like the clothing. They like the aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I really don't give a fuck about that anymore. Like, I'll pull up in fucking basketball shorts.
I mean, it's just a wooden board. you know.
It's just a fun thing to do. Really.
Yeah, it's just like any other. It's like a. I mean, maybe I'm overstepping. Like a kendama.
It's like if we were to play football back in the
I
day.
mean, they'd be getting crazy with it. So honestly,
But I mean, it's like the same. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like
really
some
just
sort
a
of
skill.
object that
Yeah.
you get good at with different flips.
because
And
people
tricks.
be going crazy on a kendama, like flipping, throwing
Yeah.
that thing between the ball. And back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy.
I
shit.
think it's more like if we were to play football back in the day, we'd want to be fully suited up, take it super seriously. But if we were to just throw the ball around and have fun, we really wouldn't give a fuck. And that's kind of where I am with skateboarding. It's like I'm not gonna like give a fuck about like all the shit and everything. I just want
You
to
do it
skate
for
and
fun.
have fun. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, and nobody in street ball dresses up to look all stupid.
It's just you either take yourself seriously or not when you're doing something like skateboarding. Like if I were to take it super seriously, I'd probably be wearing skate brands and like doing all this shit. But I don't know. You see
Mhm.
people at the park like fully kitted out.
Yeah, and it's hot as fuck outside.
Hot as shit. You're sweating. You're dirty. You're fucking disgusting.
I mean, you know, they love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I would like to look steez while doing something.
And skateboarding's one of those things where it can become your whole identity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So a lot of people they love skateboarding, and it. I don't know. When you're a kid, it's like it's cool. You know, that's your identity, and you see
Mhm.
these fucking like people wearing Thrasher and shit, and it's shitting on your whole identity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's another reason why a lot of people gatekeep and get like
yeah.
really offended by that shit. But
That's actually a really good point.
but now I just don't need an identity. So
Yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, but do you think there's really grown men who feel that skating is their whole identity and that's why they'd want to gatekeep?
Who's like
maybe I don't know.
If that's you out there.
It's mainly teenagers, I think.
Yeah, definitely I could see teenagers, but like grown men, they seem pretty nice to the newcomers.
yeah, no, for sure. Especially if they're like seasoned in the
Yeah, there's a
skate
lot of
scene.
shit like that. Like even with weed, a lot of people like being a stoner is their whole identity. You know what I mean? So they get all gatekeepy.
very true.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not a real stoner. You don't even face woods.
You don't even have a $200,
People do
$300
do that.
bong.
Yeah. People do that. Or
Yeah.
yeah, like you don't even smoke woods type shit. Like what you like.
Bro, what is this, dude? It didn't come from this specific place, bro. You're
Yeah.
smoking boof, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I mean, but is that gatekeeping?
It
You
is- well,
smoking
it's
mid,
like-
I'm smoking loud.
it's
Come
like
on.
you're not a real
I mean,
stoner.
that's me, but I just don't be saying shit. Like I only
I
smoke
think
medical,
it's-
and people offer me weed. I'm just like, no, I'm straight.
It's
fam.
just the word stoner and like the identity of a stoner. A lot of people will be like, "You're not a real stoner," this and that.
yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
a weird identity to like want to gatekeep. A
I
stoner
mean, it really
community.
is. It's
Man,
fucking
there's-
Yeah, like,
weed.
There's
there's
people who
people with-
smoke mids their whole life.
It's same with alcohol. People that are like alcoholics in society, they'll be like, "Bro, what is this like pussy ass truly?"
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
literally.
That's true,
You're
that's
not a
true.
fucking drinker.
Yeah.
You know.
They call this drinks for girls.
Wow.
I just want a light little buzz, nothing crazy.
I just want like to be myself. I don't need to be like fucking anyone.
Drinking whiskey on ice.
Exactly. I don't really need an identity like that.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like living or trying to live without an ego. Like an
That's really the
identity.
best way to do it. Like,
I know.
just not think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Try
just
your
act
best.
naturally in
Yeah.
any situation. React naturally. Say whatever is natural to you.
Dude, that is insane. Like, yeah, instead of like thinking about it, because, I mean, that's the best way to live. Is literally like, just don't even care how you're gonna sound or look when you say that. It's just like determine whether it's in your moral compass,
Yeah.
and then spit it out.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a better person, but like you don't really like have to manufacture yourself.
No, but after what you just said, Adam, I have a topic where I was gonna say, as far as building a brand or an audience or being successful, do you think natural exposure, like you were saying, pretty much, versus people being over publicized, like they're trying to, you know, maybe a musician literally having their press just go too crazy trying to get exposure when they're just like diluting themselves from like trying to create an identity for their brand?
Like putting a mask on, kind of. Like
yeah, maybe, or
that's
just
how most rappers are.
even just like if people see your name too much, you know, like a good rapper maybe, like they
Like
know like
Playboi
they're out
Carti
of
or
the
something?
scene. Yeah, and then they like come back, and then when they come back, you know, their fans are
His
there.
fans are way too
Versus-
diehard though.
You know, people trying to just make sure their fan base is constantly like fed or something.
Like a Frank Ocean versus like it's basically like if you're all show, versus like just care about the music.
But I feel
Is that
like
what you're saying?
Frank Ocean and Playboy Cardi both have like, from the beginning, they've had a cult fan base versus
Yeah.
like, I feel like what you're talking about is like maybe like a label trying to help
Yeah.
a artist like build some sort of cult fan base, or just, you know, like a
And
fan
almost
base.
like
Just
focusing more on the
tryharding.
business and
Yeah,
less
yeah,
on the
tryhard.
music.
yeah, instead of letting the music speak for itself,
Yeah.
because the music's just some mid.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a difference. Like, I don't know. A lot of people, like, if you really love music, you're gonna focus on the music. But a lot of people do try too hard with it, and like,
Obviously, you got to promote yourself on every single platform possible, especially when you're at a level where you want to be doing that.
also depends on what music you're trying to make and who you're trying to be. Like, you can tell if music is endearing and genuine, and like,
Yeah, and one thing I feel like is, you know, there's labels who literally, there's like, you know, social media managers or whatever who will do like every single app and just manage a rapper's shit. But like, I feel like there's kids trying to do that but themselves
yeah. See,
now, which is like, I mean, it makes it so, you know, there's not what you just said, like not all the music is endearing.
it's not music.
It's not as meaningful.
Artistic.
Artistic, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like I always reference Kodak. I don't even love his music like that, but I love him as a person because, like, you can tell he's not trying to sell you
No,
an
he's
image.
natural.
He's not trying to sell you an image. He's not trying to, like, he's literally just being himself. Like, if you go on his Instagram, he'll have like 10-minute videos of him just like doing random bullshit.
Really?
Like, it's just like, what the fuck, Kodak? Like, I remember there's a time he was just in his hood with a bunch of dudes just chilling, smoking. It was like a 10-minute fucking video of just nothing. Of just him chilling in the hood. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And he has the rapper image, but it's just faithful.
Well, yeah, he's made it, but he blew up at the perfect time, you know, in
Yeah,
2016.
and it's just, I don't know. You can tell, like, he's just being himself. Like, even with all the chains and whips and everything. Like,
But don't you feel like Cardi's being himself too, or no?
I don't know. I feel like Cardi's expressing himself, but I don't know.
I think it's his evolution's insane. Like from Broke Boy to this, like is like fuck.
It is
you're-
crazy.
Yeah.
I think he's genuine. I think Travis Scott is pretty genuine as well. But I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, but you just know when something is real and what's not.
I feel like once you hit that status, like all their music starts to change. Like I don't know. Look at like Kanye West too, Travis Scott.
Like, imagine
Drake.
being
yeah.
in the industry and like meeting Playboy Cardi, but you're as big as him. Like, you could tell there's like someone there, but he also has this mask that he wears, you know? It's like persona.
For sure. Yeah,
And
you're right. But
it's-
do you think this whole vamp thing is a mask?
I do. I really do. I think like most people, unless they're an extremely expressive like David Bowie type of person, aren't gonna like feel the need to like dress up like a vampire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he could be like that.
I guess you're right. I mean, but he definitely likes to swag like that though.
He likes
like
to
in
swag.
in the leathers and
And like I
Like a
think
vampire.
people naturally just like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell if someone's being genuine if they know something is gonna catch hype.
I know what you mean. Like because it's perfect. Like honestly, I mean, I don't know. Like look at around like Magnolia. Like he wasn't really, you know, that wasn't Vamp Cardi.
Not at all.
That was.
That's literally what I
But
was
then a
thinking.
lot
I
of
was like,
shit in
it's
his
crazy
life
that that's
changed,
the
though.
Cardi.
Yeah.
And that was like a couple years after Broke Boy. You
But
know?
then a lot of shit in his life changed. He got like millions of dollars, and he adapted a new lifestyle. And it could
Exactly.
have changed him, or he
and
could
look
have.
at Kanye West too. I don't know why I keep resulting to that, but like it's like once you get to this certain status, you go to this like sleek image almost.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
he be wearing the SpongeBob boots and like a mask
Like,
when he's performing.
That's what I
and
mean.
shit.
Like you just dress like fucking crazy, and you just have this crazy fan base, and like just everything that you push is all like.
But then look at
limited
like
and
Chief
shit.
Keef, straight genuine. You can
Yes.
tell he's completely genuine. He doesn't really like have like this crazy image he's trying to uphold or anything.
I don't think he's as big as Cardi though.
he's
Or-
not as big
or-
as. Well, I'd even
I-
argue he's bigger than Cardi in
no.
our hearts. You know,
In of course, because everybody knows
he
his
might not be
best
as
songs.
relevant now because his music isn't as relevant now.
No, but
like,
everybody knows his best songs, and
Yeah.
they're gonna fucking hit. But like, you know.
But like, I don't know. He could, if he wanted to be Cardi, he could be just as big as Cardi. Like, think about it. It's Chief Keef, bro.
For sure, I guess if he wanted to change his image in a certain way.
He's not dropping like that. He's not really like caring.
No,
like
he's
that.
just living.
Exactly. I don't know. I fuck with Chief Keef. It's kind of difficult. I think evolution is a good sign of like an artist. If they're evolving, you know, look at DaBaby, look at all these other artists that never change. It's a job for them. It's a 9 to 5. They have this flow and they don't express themselves. It's all just.
So you think it's natural evolution?
I don't know if he's genuine to himself, but I think he's an artist and he's making what he wants to make.
Yeah, I agree. For
He
sure,
might be
well-
painting a picture of himself that he wants to be,
Yeah.
but I think it's better than just being a fucking like Comethazine. You know what I'm saying? Or like a DaBaby who just never evolves as an artist.
For sure. And he definitely like people didn't really like Whole Lotta Red when it first dropped, but then, you know,
Grew on people
yeah, exactly.
and
Like,
got bigger than
like-
he ever has been.
yeah, it's honestly a really good album, but I kind of felt the same way. I was like, it's all right. But then I took a second listen or a third listen on some
But
of the
those
songs.
are the best songs. Like if a song has to grow on you, that's like the songs you'll love the most.
I mean, it's not like I like them more than other songs, but I definitely
Appreciate
because when I first heard it, I was just like vamp.
It
Cardi
wasn't as
garbage.
easily digestible because
It
listen,
wasn't. But then
when-
like I found it.
when songs bang on the first listen, like you'll have them in your playlist for a couple months.
then they're
But if
gone.
you have to listen and then you find this obscure like thing that you can't find in any other music, like doo-wop or like just weird shit, that
Even
shit will
Cardi.
stick with
I mean,
you, bro.
nobody really makes music like Cardi.
Yeah, exactly. And like when you first hear it, it's like, dude, this doesn't fit any of the mainstream tropes, and it's hard to listen to. But then you'll find why it's so fire, and
People-
it's something you can't get anywhere
People would
else.
say Yeats the same way.
I couldn't get. I can't.
Mm,
I couldn't
I
get
honestly-
it for me.
I feel
I
I feel
understand.
Yeats music. So, like it's pretty hard.
It
but,
is.
You know, it's like
I
don't know.
understand what they see in him, but I've seen it in other people, and it doesn't hit as uniquely hard
Yeah.
to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got it through Can before. I was a Can fan before Yeet blew up. So like
I don't think Can and Yeet are as similar as you like to think.
they're the same flow and the same beats.
It's just different voice.
Exactly,
different, yeah.
exactly.
That,
so
that is crazy.
all this shit that like people fall in love with about Yeet is like the shit that Can's been on. Like the bells and the beats and the fucking flows and like the nonchalant like lean sipping like fucking feeling that you get. I'm past Can. I don't listen to Can anymore. So Yeet comes out, I'm not like really fucking with it like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's old news to me.
That's a really good point.
But like I don't know. I think Summers. I've been in love with Summers recently, and he's just like different, bro.
Summer's music's pretty fire.
He's just different. There's something
It sounds
you
like
can't
it's
get.
more natural in his like own thing, where it does sound like almost like just copying another wave in a
He's
sense.
like Drake, bro. He's like I can't listen to Drake and like sit well with me, but I listen to Summers and I get what I can't get out of Drake. Like just that like lonely but like rich vibe. You know what I mean? Like sad boy rich vibe, but like on like a soothing beat. But like he's like
Mhm.
the underground like cool version of Drake to me.
Yeah, and it sounds good.
Exactly, and I don't know. I just love Summers. Like, I used to love IA or Jace more than Summers, but now like Summers is he's unbeatable to me, really. And like he sounds like shit to everyone that on first listen. That's like one of those artists. Like you can't listen to him for the first time and be like, dude, this shit is fucking heat.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he
But
has to grow on you.
Yeah, it's just like it's a different flow, a different sound. So you have
Really?
to understand it.
To me, it's the flow and this voice didn't come. I didn't like those at first, but I delve into the beats and the lyrics, and then I eventually adapted to his voice and his flows.
Mm,
Because those are all obscure and weird and non-mainstream,
they are.
and they're hard to listen to. But
Mhm.
then you dive into his lyrics, and they're like deep as fuck, and like I don't know, just Drake lonely vibes. Like sitting in the therapy office reading Forbes could have been a Summers line. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from Summers. But Can's dry for me. Yeet is dry. I never really fucked with Yeet.
Yeah.
I don't
Neither
know.
really.
Did you see all of them went to Rolling Loud? Got to perform in front of a big crowd for the first time.
Oh yeah, I actually saw a couple girls in our area went there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that too. It was in Miami, right?
Mm-hmm. I
That
bet you
shit's
it's so hot.
much money.
Well, I bet you it's so goddamn hot down there.
Yeah. I would have loved to see Can and all them perform though.
Did they go?
They were
Oh, they-
awkward as hell on stage
My
too.
Playing footsies.
Like apparently Can was like falling asleep on stage, being awkward and weird.
Really?
Yeah, because he'd never seen
Yo.
a crowd that big. These
mean, yeah.
motherfuckers come from little Orlando club shows, where it's all just SoundCloud geeks, to like Rolling Loud. You know what I mean? Like that's a different world.
Yeah, I feel like not even everybody there knows this shit. You know what I mean?
But if I were like to perform in front of Rolling Loud, like why be nervous? Like
Yeah, just
these
turn
people,
up. Just show out.
turn
they're
up.
all fucked up and they just want to see some lit shit.
Literally.
So like just
Jump around.
be whoever the fuck you want to be. You could straight up
Yeah.
take all your clothes off
I
and
mean,
they would go wild,
Yeah.
bro. Like
What's his name? Or not what's his name? Like, well, yeah. You seen like how Playboy Cardi fans jump on stage and like get lit with him and
the
all-
stage presence.
yeah, and the fans literally fuck with it. Like literally, Cardi handed him the mic and he was just running around.
Or like what's his name?
people are just like, oh, it's lit. as
What's
fuck."
that guy's name on who's blowing up and he's like really ripped and it's like
Jaleel.
Jaleel, you know about
Man's
Jaleel? He always does
backflipping.
backflips. He always does backflips and he's insane on stage, bro. And people love him for that shit.
Yeah, no, the energy will get like, especially for live shows, that'll make people want to come back.
Hold up, you know who this is, bro? I'll play
Dude,
like
he's a big buff dude.
I'll play like 10 seconds of the song,
backflips.
and you'll know who this is, bro.
And his music's kind of like that hard to listen to at first. Like
It's really
listen.
it reminds me of Mario Judah.
And he's doing backflips.
He's
on
doing
stage.
backflips and just being out fucking rageous. I saw a video where he ran, jumped as high as he could, and spiraled in the air like a torpedo into the fucking crowd. Like not giving a
Yeah.
fuck if he hits his head and dies, or if he injures everyone. But like,
I
listen,
mean, that-
you've heard this shit. All right,
Jesus.
I got the wrong guy. Is it Jaleel?
Yeah, I mean that's who I was thinking of. He does backflips and he's buff.
Yeah.
and yeah. Jaleel. I'm like 99% sure, unless I'm wrong.
Maybe I spelled it wrong.
Here, homie.
Damn, that's crazy.
Man's fire though. You can tell he's being himself, like you were saying. Like,
Yeah.
he's not trying to
He
put on
don't give a
front
fuck.
for
That's what
nothing.
people want to see. Like they don't care if you're weird. Like if you just go out and are lit as fuck.
Like his music's
No,
so
that's not a good
funny.
song. Like this. Listen to this. This is his biggest song.
No, never.
He reminds you of Mario Judah.
That's and he would wait. That guy was at Rolling
No,
Loud? Oh.
no, but on like
I-
live shows,
I was
he'll
about to say.
literally like walk out and like maybe front flip on.
Dude, it was a
backflip on
crazy.
stage.
He
looked-
dolphin dived.
He definitely didn't look like he made that type of music.
No, I'm
Dude,
saying,
do you see?
right?
Did you see what he was built like, bro?
Yeah, no, he showed me his Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's built.
insane, dude.
And I mean, the music didn't seem that bad.
He's not a bad artist at all. But like, look at this man.
Yeah, I saw.
He just like backflips.
He looks like fucking Antonio Brown.
He looks like he could be off crack.
buff ass.
He acts like he's on crack too.
No cap.
But he's like happy as fuck. But I don't know. I feel like that's what people want to see, dude. You could be like embarrassing or weird on stage, but like as long as you're like have the energy, that's what they're looking
Yeah.
for. You know, just energy.
Facts.
And good music. Like honestly, if you
Nah,
could
but
perform,
Rolling Loud, like they will listen to anything. They're so fucked up.
yeah, but even if you could just perform like the best songs and just have random people perform, like I'm pretty sure they'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could never understand like all these SoundCloud rappers trying to perform have no energy on stage. Like they don't even rap half the lyrics. They just let the speakers play.
Yeah, it really doesn't make for a good, you know, like it's
Or
part-
Can wasn't even jumping. He wasn't even jumping. He was just
yeah, like walking around.
yeah, just
being
walking
all
around
stupid.
drugged out, just acting weird.
But you know, whatever. I mean, I'm sure
No,
people
that's why
weren't fucking with
You
it.
gotta pop a bean and then just be fucking. Even if
Dude,
you're
I'm
not
telling you,
rapping,
just-
if you're jumping to the
You-
music,
you,
gotta
literally-
say,
you
"Fuck
gotta
it."
run down that thing like
Yeah.
Superman.
You can't even think about all the people there. You just have to act like no one's
yeah,
there.
like
and
Lil
just lose your
Yachty.
shit.
Lil Yachty just be fucking dancing like a fool.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, or just either that, or just go insane, like you're on some just crack or something, like just
Dude, the
start-
music
No,
has
that's
to
why
be
X
hard, too.
people loved X. Man, this was fucking his energy.
literally,
was
dude.
insane.
If you
Music was
sprinted out
insane.
there, If you sprinted out there and just acted like you're on fucking crack,
Yeah, but like, what type of Can song is he gonna be jumping like?
you can do it to any song. Just go crazy
I mean,
to that shit.
you can, he can, can. You know what I mean? But
If you
but
got
it's a
808s
lot,
in
it's
that
a, it's a
bitch.
lot easier to like a Yachty song or an X song, like you said.
But then, like, why go to Rolling Loud and be a pussy?
Yeah, you gotta do
Yeah,
something.
wait, cause damn. Like just this Rolling Loud.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you the fucking clip, bro. I'll literally show you. It was on
Let's see
Say
this.
Cheese. It's literally on
Wha-
Say Cheese.
and they were just commenting about how bad the performance was.
It was like, no, it was literally a meme. They were like, Can has better stage presence than Cardi and Kanye. And it was just dead as fuck. It wasn't on Say Cheese. It was on
That
Hyper
must
Pop
have been
Daily.
a joke, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look
what
at
does
this
Kanye
shit.
look like on stage? I never.
Look at how he just like does a little jog out on stage.
Jesus. Everybody's jumping.
Everyone's jumping, but then he's just not doing anything. He's not even lit to his own music.
Yeah, no. Even if you're gonna be like that, then like between
That's
shit.
insane. Nobody's. That's insane.
See, if
bro.
you're gonna do that,
That
then-
was roll, dude. Nobody was lit.
Rolling fucking loud. I would go out there and be the like fucking craziest motherfucker.
Dude, X used to like
Damn.
talk to the crowd and
That's what you
shit.
gotta
That's
do.
why he'd be giving him directions like, "Yo, you're gonna get lit right
it's because
now."
he's a rager. He's
Yeah.
a real rager, bro.
Dude, you just gotta jump around. It looked like he didn't even like the songs. That he was
Yeah.
It looked like someone else
So
was performing someone
uninvested.
else's music.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, but like even with Travis
Dude, they would have
Scott,
fucked with it if he was just jumping around. at
like
least.
Travis
Yeah.
Scott has like control over the crowd. He'd be like, "Open that shit!"
No, I'm
up."
saying.
like just screaming at the
You
top of
have
his
to.
lungs.
That's
bro.
what you do, bro.
He's tamed himself.
You probably feel like God if you're in Travis Scott's shoes at like Astro World and like, "Open that shit the fuck
Well,
up,"
he-
and everyone
he had
separates. Like you're
people's
like.
lives at his hands, and they were lost.
Imagine that, like you're like, what's that biblical guy who like made the sea move? like
Moses?
this-
Yeah,
Moses. I'd feel like Moses if I was like, open that shit up, and everyone just like,
I feel like there's definitely been memes like that.
comparing Travis Scott to Moses.
yeah, just moving the crowd like the
Dude.
goddamn ocean.
Brockhampton, that's I feel like what helped them blow up is what they were doing small ass shows for their cult fan base, and they were just really like
Dude,
good stage performance and like talking to the crowd, being like, "We appreciate y'all."
that's how you get respect, though. If you
but
can
is he
command a
still doing
fucking
shows?
crowd,
Well, it was a group, and they're like about to break up or some shit. But I mean, they're just almost rational enough to be like, "All right, let's finish this group shit. We'll still all get residuals off the music, and we can go do our own
solo
thing."
careers.
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of what happened to Odd Future too.
yeah, facts.
But like, I don't know.
You ever listen to Casey Veggies?
Nah,
I started diving in after he had an interview on No Jumper.
really,
Yeah, 'cause he was an Odd Future. I had no idea who he was.
really. There's a lot of people in Odd Future. I have no idea who the
Yeah.
fuck they are. It's kind of wild.
Well, some more topics, but the other ones left now are, well, stupid.
All right, go with the first one.
You hear about the Doja Cat shit with the 17-year-old like Stranger Things kid?
Mm-mm.
Y'all know CD Central?
No, what?
British rapper. He made a song called Doja, trying to get at Doja Cat. It's like, I don't know. He's like, someone tell Doja Cat that I'm trying to get indulged
She's
in
not
that.
that hot to me,
Nah,
dude.
Bro,
the
she's-
song is hard though.
Jack
It's on
Harlow.
Lyrical Lemonade.
Made a song like trying to get at some girl too. I mean, his was probably like better, but he was still just rapping about how he has like
Yeah.
the hots for a female that like he's practically just shooting his shot in a song.
I saw that with Lil Pump. Lil Pump tried to shoot a shot at Amber Heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was just some dumb.
That was,
shit.
But you can tell
the
he's
man
just-
said he
He was just doing that for clout.
But he's trying to go back in time to his iCarly days and just revive that like clout that he got when he first started and when he was shouting out Miranda Cosgrove. But with Amber Heard, I don't know. Lil Pump is redeemable, but I don't know. He needs to switch up his like fucking shit.
yeah,
Stop
probably
cloud
stop doing
chasing.
shit like that.
Literally, because he has like an audience. People will want to hear like people will tune into Lil Pump just to see if he's improved.
Doja Cat fucking a 17-year-old.
No,
Oh.
Jesus, let's not put that on. so
Oh,
she,
yeah, what-
that
what
Say
was it?
Cheese article
so she
comes
DM'd a
out.
17-year-old, but not like trying to get at him. But she was like, the whole situation very stupid. But she DMs a 17-year-old to be like, what's like this other guy from the shows like send me his like Instagram.
Oh, I did.
Like, it'd be
see
like,
that.
is he single?
Mhm.
And then man's just like he has an Instagram, yeah,
you
and then
can
he
go hit him.
posts, yeah, you go hit him up, and then he screenshots it and posts it on his Instagram. And then she was tweaking about it, like you're sharing private conversations.
Yeah, I don't know. That is weird. Like, I feel like if I were to hit on a guy as a celebrity, I'd be like, "Should give me his number so we can work," and then like FaceTime him, and then create a relationship. You know?
I mean, plus
Would you hit up her friend for her phone number? Or wait, what
Or I would go
was it?
through
What
management.
what
it
was
was
it?
a co-actor.
No, I
so,
wouldn't do
like,
that. This is what I would
No,
do.
what did she hit him up for? Her like
his Instagram.
Oh, his Instagram. Why? Because she didn't know it.
But dude, like you just look up his name. Like it was very stupid.
Very
situation.
stupid. But why not just, if I were a celebrity like that, I would go through my management. Like, have my management head up his management to maybe work together on a project.
it was a
and then get
fan.
to know them.
I think it was a fan or some shit. Like a.
No.
No, it was a guy who acts in Stranger Things or something.
Oh,
TV
oh,
show.
oh,
Maybe a
okay,
different
okay.
show. but
Maybe
a
she was
Netflix show.
just drunk watching Stranger Things. one night.
Something like that, because she really didn't think to just look up the actor's name, because you could find it just like that. DM
Very
him
weird.
even.
Doja Cat's weird. I
And then
don't
she
know.
lost her shit on like making TikToks about like he's like young, I guess, but he shouldn't be doing that. And man's like literally a child.
Yeah.
No, he's under 18.
I don't know. She's like, you can tell her musical like passion is dying,
It's dead.
Yeah.
and she's just like bored as fuck in the crib all the time.
It was dead after that one futuristic video.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but she sold her soul for that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, somebody like I in Instagram comments was trying to tell me that like rappers actually are like sell their soul.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Like I was telling him like maybe like metaphorically speaking, you
Yeah.
know, like but no like literal like devil.
I've gotten
like,
in a few
worship.
arguments on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like,
too.
dude, you're dumb. And he had like an anime PFP. It was
People
just,
are
like,
so stupid.
yeah, and I just asked him like, so what do you think selling your soul consists of? And he hasn't responded.
So he thinks Satan just rules the music
Well,
industry.
like
or
that's what I was
something?
thinking. Like, is this? I don't.
Well, come on, guys. You gotta get the
I-
pentagram, and then
I
you
can
do a
see
little
it.
blood ritual. You kill an animal. And
Yeah,
then
but,
you
like,
sell your soul,
Come on,
Bro, I was hearing
metaphorically, you know, you give up your.
your morals,
your
for,
morals and
yeah,
your
financial
beliefs.
gain.
Bro, I was like listening to this clip on TikTok of Bo Burnham talk, and he was like, ever since we were kids, like we've always thought we had great shit to say, and we always wanted to get out into the world, but then we realized no one gives a fuck about what we think or what we have to say, so then we have social media, to where everyone is the actor and the listener at the same time, and it's just cancerous.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah, except I feel like people do want to listen. I mean,
People wanna listen.
Scrolling like an idiot is, you know, but there's people who literally will sit down and listen to random people.
And I feel like it's
With
only
barely.
like shit that like, but people just want to hear their own opinions like heard out in the world, so they'll only fuck with people that share their own shit, and like that's
Well,
why
that- dude,
people
that's
idolize
what an echo
people.
chamber is, bro. Do you
Yeah.
know what that
Yeah.
shit is? Where it's like, yeah, it's just like content and shit that was like for people just like you, like people who are literally watching the exact same channels and shit, and will like, I don't know.
It's kind of wild because
It is crazy because
you can trace it back.
there's
bro.
thousands of people who watching videos that are like literally probably have similar views, literally just like you, and you're all in the same echo chamber getting fed the same shit in the
Yeah.
algorithm.
I was watching this Danny Mullen interview on No Jumper, and Sharp was like, I think everyone's a tiny, tiny bit racist on the inside.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the same thing with the echo chamber. Like, as like primate and primal instincts, we all want to be tribal with the people that we fit
Yeah.
in with. And like, it's kind of crazy. That's why we fuck with people that share the same opinions.
Yeah, you look in the comments, you're like, oh, this guy agrees with
Exactly.
me, shit like that. And I mean, I kind of want to stay on this topic, but yeah, like I feel like our natural, like at birth, you want to be with the crowd. Like when you go to school and you're a jit and you don't really understand anything, you want to feel like you fit in. Like before you even understand anything, you just
Yeah.
want to fit in.
with the people that you jive with.
Yeah, whatever that takes.
It's just tribal shit. And like, people will tell you, like, Hispanic people will tell you, Hispanic people love other Hispanic people.
Yeah.
Like, they
No,
link
I mean,
together.
not always.
Not
No,
always.
but,
No,
like,
there's
yeah,
Hispanic.
there's beef.
No, but like
There's
if,
beef,
if
but,
there's
like-
someone else speaking Spanish, out of the
Yeah.
sense that y'all both speak the same language, I feel like
Yeah.
It's like fucking gang shit, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I don't know.
Especially if you're around like a whole bunch of white people. I feel like.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
feel
like
just
well.
you're
I'm gonna be
shopping
more.
at Publix.
I'm gonna be more comfortable being myself around like
somebody who understands me.
But like then when it comes to like societal older white people, I'm not comfortable around them. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
weird thing about being white, because we're the majority. So it's like there's so many different aspects to like being white.
There's definitely many archetypes of white people.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like there's like older like rich white people, or just wealthy white people, or people from a different time
Yeah,
that
there's
just
white
don't understand.
trash. There's
Exactly.
there's cultured white people.
And there's like that in every race, but like I feel like just white people being the majority, it's harder to like relate to other white people, like minorities relate
It's
to
harder
their own kind.
to distinct who's who, like looking from the outside in. I feel
Yeah.
like,
There's so many different tribal like
Like,
opinions.
like
between-
most people just look at it like you're just a white person. You probably have X, Y, and Z views.
Yeah.
But like really, like
See, I
I
kinda-
can be anyone, and you can be someone way different.
I do
Facts.
like being white just for the fact that like the majority of the population is white, so there's just so much diversity in like white people, and there's diversity in all races, but like I don't know, like there's a lot less prejudice, and like there's a lot of like profiling with white people, but like you never know what you're gonna get with a white person. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and it's the same with every race, but just the way people look at you, you know.
Yeah, I guess they could be anyone.
Exactly. Like there's hood white people, there's fucking all sorts of
It's the same for any race, but
It
like,
is the same for any race, but just the way like people will profile you when they first see you,
Mhm.
you know, it's different.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Everybody has
I
their
feel like you're
own.
describing white privilege.
It is. That's exactly
Well,
what I'm.
yeah,
describing.
like everybody has their own like.
I'm sitting here like, why does
idea.
this sound racist? And it's like, oh, it's because he's basically just saying white privilege is cool.
Well, it
No,
is pretty cool for me, like to like not be fucking.
No, I'm saying, yeah, like if you have it, like I mean, I'm Hispanic and still have white privilege, so like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's not a good thing, but I'm just like it is
happy to have
a
it. I
perk
guess.
of being
Yeah,
white.
It's very true.
As fuck does that sound?
Life is a lot easier when you're white.
I wouldn't even. I would
I
say
know, I'm kidding.
statistically it's easier to be white, but everyone has their own battles.
Dude,
And
I,
Those
I
white
feel,
people
I feel
born
that
with
way,
it,
but
the
then
point.
I don't know. I look at people like RJ, and he walks into Publix with Birkenstocks and stuff. And
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's also complicated in life. And
yeah,
like,
it's not. There's outliers. and
There's,
stuff.
but even when you look at it, like in society, there's basic privilege, but then like there's white people born without lungs and legs and all kinds of fucked up shit. You know, just like everyone else. Like everyone has their own challenges. Like imagine going up to a paraplegic white dude and like lecturing him on white privilege.
Yeah, when he literally has zero privilege.
Yeah,
It's
he's
not
literally.
the majority though, like you were saying.
It's not the majority. Like, there's a baseline societal level, but like everyone has their own bullshit.
And it's funny that people be talking about how white people are gonna not be a majority, but there's still gonna be more white people than any other race. It's just like there's other.
It
different
honestly, it might come
races.
down to geography. Because, like, if you look at darker skin tones, they're in hotter climates, and maybe there's just more fucking neutral and, like, colder climates and
Well, yeah,
hotter
if
climates.
you're going back to like the history of skin color.
Yeah, but that's how it's always going to be. I mean, I guess you can, like, be white or black or any race, but, like, there's just probably more fucking white-skinned climates.
Well, no, it just has to do with in America.
Oh, we're talking
We're
America.
yeah, like the immigration. There's gonna be a non-majority of white people. People are acting like there's gonna be like a ton of different. It's just the fact that there's a growing amount of the small different.
It's probably not even in America, too. Like, if you look at the world, we're still a majority.
Is that true? I don't know.
Like, I'm sure there's more white people on this earth than there are darker
But
skinned
isn't
people.
like India like the biggest population of people or something?
That's a good question.
That is a very
Um,
good question.
I'm about to look this up.
Sure. Here, let me ask you a question that's completely unrelated. What do you think about like people creating like fake content for like the algorithm just to get like millions of likes and views from like 4-year-olds who just keep scrolling?
I've done it before.
No, you don't have millions of likes. And
I have
You talking about
Nah,
like
you're talking
I've
about the
s-
bankroll hate. and shit.
Exactly.
That's not it though.
But listen, this is my view on that. Like, it's like cool, but there's really nothing to gain out of it except monetary value.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're not building a legacy. You're not like building a persona or like a career. You're kind of just banking off of trends, which is cool, but it's not really like, I don't know. I'd imagine it's not as fulfilling.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was at my family's house and there's like this 9-year-old and this 7-year-old or whatever, and the parents don't really want like them having TikTok or Instagram or anything, but they're allowed to have YouTube. But
YouTube Kids or just bare YouTube?
just I mean, I wasn't looking, but I mean, everything that was on their algorithm was like Minecraft, like fake Minecraft clips and like stupid little
YouTube's
skits.
the most destructive.
Yeah,
Dude,
have you
no,
seen
that's
the
what-
YouTube's kids channels and shit? That shit's wild.
It's all stupid.
I mean,
YouTube
I don't,
is so
I don't
bad
think it was
for
YouTube Kids. I think it was regular YouTube. Cause
But even like the videos, because that's what I thought you meant from the start, was like the videos that are targeting kids on like YouTube, where they're doing like Frozen and fucking Spider-Man, and at one
It's
point there was the
terrible.
pranksters that were doing it.
It's terrible. Like if you look at actual kids' videos, they're all like trying to teach like lessons and shit. But then you look at YouTube and it's like a kids' TV show is gonna teach you like they're gonna try to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, facts.
Try
a
to like
little-
give you something, but
like
like
a
YouTube,
fable.
it's just fucking brain food and like
I know that's what these poor parents like. I wanted to break it to them at the dinner table, but I just
And
I'm
it's
just gonna
fuck-
let it live.
social media has its own downsides, but it's way better than like giving your kid YouTube. Like a kid having Snapchat, a kid having Instagram, like it's still bullshit, but like YouTube is straight up designed just to give you like brain food trash.
I mean, what they don't understand is that it's literally like it's all the same nowadays. Like literally, the format is fucking damn near the same on all the apps.
Yeah.
And it's
It
literally
is.
just like you just scroll new content, and it's all just like mind-numbing garbage, and it's like, and it's all like I said, dude, it was like just every single one he fucking scrolled on, this fucking 7-year-old, it was just like millions of fucking likes and views, and it was like all just fake garbage, or it was just like the most stupid skit ever. Like it was like, what in the
Dude,
world is
it's
this side of YouTube,
crazy.
and how are these dudes making money?
It's crazy because the younger you are, the bigger of a marketing tool you
I
are.
know, and it's like the poor kid. Like, really, what was happening is he was just like trying to chill with me, and like just like he was on his parents' phone, and we were just laying up and like paused, but like
Yeah.
it was me, him, and my stepbrother. We were all laying in bed, and he was just scrolling. And we were just watching the algorithm.
You'd think teenagers would be the main target, but then you like get a glimpse of like kid YouTube and like kid TikTok, and the numbers are fucking mind blowing.
No, the numbers were mind blowing. Like
They
I
are
said,
mind-blowing.
It was like I didn't see anything under 250,000 likes and like
It's
40,000
fucking
comments.
crazy because they're so malleable and like they don't have any expression, so you can just funnel every child into the same fucking
Yeah.
video. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
they don't have their own echo chamber yet.
They don't. They don't. They just have just kid bullshit.
Yeah, and it's all just like
And it's so easy to
Garbage.
get them to buy, like, want to buy shit, and the parents to buy shit for them, and just like, it's so easy to just like farm these children and their brains, you know?
I don't even like. Yeah, and they think they were like, you know, doing good by like hiding certain content from them by like not having them have TikTok and stuff, but like they were still scrolling on like, I don't know. It was just like a stupid skit talking about like, you know, when like people are playing COD and shit and they're saying like gay shit,
Yeah.
and like their dad's at the door or whatever, and he's just like, oh, this dude's fucking my ass right now, you know?
Yeah, I'd rather my
Like-
kids see like some real life shit than just mind numbing trash.
Well, I was gonna try and like ask you another question after this. Was like, I know you still got the stat to show us, but yeah, like what would you do with your kid? Because like it's just crazy. Like every single child is doing this, so it's not like or it's more normalized than anything. You know, your child's not even gonna understand the difference between like being different and like being like trying to think for yourself.
It's
when
a
he
careful
sees,
balance.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
between-
got to be like a time limit.
because
when I was
something.
growing
When
up,
they're-
my parents were
yeah.
smart enough to restrict our like amount of time on technology.
Yeah, it's a different
Same.
time now, dude. Like phones, like teachers barely even care about like phones in class because of how normalized it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
like
wild,
people are just
bro.
whipping out their phones, texting, putting it back like it's college and shit, but it's literally like middle school. Like,
See, what I would do if I had a kid, I would try at a young age when he'll actually receive my knowledge and insight
yeah,
to
before
try
like,
to
4.
pump him enough insight and knowledge and not give him social media just because I don't want him influenced by all the trash.
Mhm.
When he's older, hopefully I raised him and pumped him up with enough insight and knowledge to be able to navigate everything.
Mhm.
I'll give him, you know, freedoms like that, but like I don't know, like because eventually your kid's gonna not listen to you.
Exactly.
You
That's,
know what I
that's the
mean?
problem. They always
There's a
do
time
that.
limit of
Yeah.
like raising him and like influencing his brain
Literally.
to be
Well,
straight.
once they turn like 14, it's like
Exactly. They're on their own. It's their friend groups and like everything
yeah,
that
and
they
then
see
they
online.
result to scrolling,
Exactly.
and then they're born on YouTube.
So you just gotta fill them with enough like good shit, and you have to be a good person and try to like
It's-
pass that
it's-
on at an early age.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's really tough to
Parent in modern society.
That's a good way of saying it. I was just saying to open a kid's mind enough to not be like all of his peers, because like I said in 2 conversations ago,
Yeah.
their natural setting is
Herd
to
mentality.
yeah, it's just to fit in with everybody and do what everybody else is doing. So for everybody to be scrolling on TikTok and for you to
Yeah.
not to be the only one, like for what? Why? What the fuck are you doing?
That's why
But you're saving your brain, kind of.
I really want to move off the grid and like kind of like
Facts.
Yeah,
live in the woods and like
Attempt to.
teach my kid to love nature and hard work and like the shit that I never learned as a kid but I
That
learned later
really
on.
would be like the best way to raise
Literally,
your kid.
and
on
then
a farm.
Give
nowadays,
him society, but have him have those basic principles of like
work.
life
Y-
and
you-
work and
I promise you that raises the best kids. Like
It
I-
probably does.
Raising him in some sort of setting like that, except still giving him society and going
like
to
the
school,
love
but,
of
like,
nature and like hard work and building your own fucking shit and like
honestly, he would literally. It would just be like you. Like it's
Yeah,
It's funny.
but that's what you want to do with a
of
kid.
course, because your kid's just gonna be a fraction of you.
Your kid's gonna be you, whether you're a fucked up crazy person, your kid's gonna come up fucked up and crazy.
Definitely.
Or you're a good person and you have good morals and a good like fucking head on your shoulders. The kid is most likely gonna be the same way,
Hmm.
But there are people that break the cycle.
Yeah, there's
obviously.
outliers, but I mean, you see a lot of crazy people coming from crazy families.
It's probably just because kids look up to their parents, like biologically.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like your heroes, And that's
Yeah.
why when your hero is a fucked up drunken bastard who like hits your mom, like you come out a fucked up person.
Yeah, because you don't know what to think.
Exactly. Your brain is all scrambled.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit. But yeah, I really want to get a wife, get some money, and just like live in the
Yeah, and just
fucking
run
woods.
away and then just tap into Publix every once in a while.
Yeah, I need a Home Depot and a Publix. That's
Yeah.
all I
Yeah.
fucking need, and I'll live the best life.
Yeah, it's not like you need to be literally off the grid.
Yeah, and a
even-
gas station.
I was thinking about this like for like years, like about a year, like of moving off the grid. Like, you really
But do you-
can't be totally off the grid.
Yeah.
You can't
No,
like make
no.
your own nails and screws and make your own power drill
Exactly.
and build shit. It's extremely hard to make something
Yeah,
from scratch.
It needs to be one of the videos where it's like I build a log cabin like the 1800s.
Dude, it's literally like twine. I was thinking like how would you'd have to Lincoln log it.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
to make a house without any like
Yeah.
fucking tools or anything.
That's exactly what you have to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's
'Cause
like
they didn't have screws.
And you would put
Exactly.
you put moss in between.
exactly like
insulation
that's
and
not
shit.
how I want to live. I want to build my own like
Wait,
not
how
even
did they
build
do
my
the
own
doors?
house, but
They must have had some sort of
That
fastening.
you just that is a good question, like hinges. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You just got to get right, and then I mean, you have siblings, so it's a little bit different. But
Yeah.
you have land.
Yeah.
That eventually that could be a possibility.
I don't know. They're with the way like the housing market around here is going, they're gonna
Oh,
sell and
yeah.
become millionaires probably.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a pretty nice plot.
He could have become a millionaire, but he turned down the deal.
I mean, waiting.
Oh, yeah.
probably the right
Yeah.
move.
They were offering like 1.6 mil for everything, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna sit on it." I would have taken it probably, but I
No,
don't know.
that's so much smarter.
It is smarter, but like
Perhaps.
shit, if someone
Dude, you don't know how. I mean, it's valuable to have a place to do whatever the fuck you want.
It is,
It's like
bro.
it's so much better than living in suburbia, and my mom just doesn't understand that.
I want to go to bed tired every day and exhausted. Like that's how you keep a healthy man brain.
Facts.
If you go to bed exhausted, like how we were designed to go to bed, and like completely spent every day, like you will be happy. Like if you go to McDonald's and flip burgers all day and then go to bed, like after scrolling through TikTok with the full energy, like you're gonna want to fucking kill yourself because that's not how we're meant to be. We're meant to actually work. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Facts.
go to
So
bed
you-
sore.
You think our roots are very much in us still? It's not like
It's
it's
so
not
in
like
us.
it's not like they're evolved out.
Why
of
do you think
us.
there's so much mental health these days? Because we're not living according to how we were designed.
Facts.
Isn't that all like what anxiety and depression is?
That's what I think.
I like to think
Yeah,
of
man.
that too, because like
That's why we have all these mental health issues from like the highest rates ever. Like back in the 80s, everyone was just living proper,
Yeah.
healthy lives from going
Anxiety,
outside.
depression, all that has a purpose in survival.
I think less people talked about it back then, and I think a lot of people were told to just deal
Yeah.
with it.
Go to take it to church.
I
and
just
shit.
think people don't understand the concept of like those are just animal instincts.
People
and-
just think life is life. They don't understand like there was like a way of living before all of this modern
Yeah.
society.
yeah,
shit.
and it's very much in us still.
Exactly.
Facts.
Like people just think of life as life. Like
Just
this
you
is
know.
is how it was all designed to be. Like this isn't how it was all designed to be. This is just how it ended up happening.
And you gotta like I don't know. When you look at maybe like a pack of lions or something, when you see like one fucking all the lions, and then you see like the depressed smaller lion
Yeah.
not getting any pussy, like you know, you can see the pattern. in humans.
Exactly. The patterns are there, bro, and it's like we are all looking for this deep like if there is a purpose to life, it's going to be extremely simple if at all there is a purpose.
Yeah.
I just think you can kind of make your own purpose, if that. I mean,
Yeah.
we used to have a purpose, and that's just to eat and survive.
Yeah.
But we've conquered that. So now it's still eat and survive, and then you have a third task, which is, in my opinion, be happy.
Yeah.
That is
facts.
the main task. Dopamine. That's what gets you going.
Dopamine is not easier.
But even just like finding contentment, I've heard like that phrase of contentment instead of chasing happiness is the proper way
I think-
because chasing happiness is like chasing dopamine, whereas contentment is just being like satisfied with what you have.
See,
Yeah.
being an animal, you never have to chase dopamine.
Mhm.
Being in a modern fucking crippling society, you have to chase dopamine,
'Cause
and
it
I
made
think
us addicted.
exactly. It's just because it's so
from so many
unsatisfying.
angles.
It's so unfulfilling because like we're meant to go out and hunt and feed and fuck, and we're on Tinder and working at McDonald's and living in manufactured homes we didn't build ourselves.
Mhm.
And it's like I don't know. I feel like the main purpose is just to enjoy the shit because it's all so fucked. Like you might as well just like take what you're given and try to enjoy it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, you can. It's not like you can go out and live off the grid right now. You're gonna have to work for a little bit and eat shit in society.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna save up enough to move out.
And it's so brief, bro. You look at an ant's life, it probably feels equivalent to a human's life for them. You know, we're literally just like animals, bro. It's so brief. We're disposable. We're going to die. Like, it's going to go by like this, bro. You know, like, why focus on like the little bullshit and like not just take advantage of what you were given and enjoy the shit however way you can?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just try to make the best out of it, and
Yeah.
I mean, maybe search for more contentness, if that's the word, than happiness, because happiness is a constant chase of dopamine, and there's no such thing as long-term happiness. But you
Yeah.
can be content for a long time.
Because that's almost just like understanding that life's up and downs, and then you like just handle the downs better when you're content with your situation.
But once you've established yourself a little bit, that's when you can start feeling content.
For
you know?
sure,
As
yeah.
a young man, you can't really feel
Your brain
content,
is just
but
unstable
you know,
as
you-
a young man.
you get a place, you start, working towards something, you start feeling a little bit more established, a little bit
Yeah.
more content with yourself.
Like, I've slowly been feeling my mind, like, stabilize. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure. For
Like
sure.
as a kid, it was just all over the fucking place. I didn't know what I was, who I was, like what I was doing. I was all over emotional roller coaster. But like lately, I've been feeling it like stabilize, and it's just cool. Like I don't
yeah,
know.
I can agree.
Like it's more of like growing up, I guess. But
I feel like, I mean, once you grow up, most people kind of plateau a little bit.
yeah,
But I think
I-
life is still supposed to be constant growth. Like if you're a
No,
person
we're
that,
talking about like your emotions and your brain. Like,
but
I
even
don't-
just how
the
you
way
handle
act.
those.
yeah,
Like if you think like if you get to 20 and you're like, wow, I used to maybe have anger issues, but I feel like I got them under control, and then you're still not looking for ways to improve. Like maybe.
yeah. Well,
But-
I heard Kobe talking about that shit. Like a lot of people, life is a roller coaster, but like the way to get through it is to find that tranquility and like level headedness through the whole thing. You know.
Yeah, some people literally never find that shit,
But
bro.
you need to like manufacture that and then upkeep it. Like it's not just a thing that
Yeah.
just happens and you have it forever. You know, like it takes strength and like practice and like it's a constant thing. You know, because life will fuck your anus.
Must be why therapy is such a popular thing where people, if you can't do it yourself, go pay someone to try to help you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy because I don't think they can help me, dude.
Nah,
I
yeah.
think my problems are deeper than therapy.
And I
Even
think-
Jerry Seinfeld, he's like, bruh, I feel like I can get the same thing out of a conversation with a friend. That
That's
you don't."
literally what it is. And
Yeah.
You think therapists are put together? They're in the same exact boat as us.
Literally.
I mean, yeah, they're just humans.
Like it's called life. And you got to get through it, bro. There's no one that's going to give you the answers. There's no one that's... You're paying for a conversation to get your thoughts out. That's really...
And, like, that's as cut and dry and at the bottom line that they just don't even want to, like, tell... They're not going to get to that part where it's like, you know... It's either you fucking suck it up and try to make it the best that you can and, you know, do X, Y, and Z to try and make the best out of your situation, or you KYS.
It also comes down to just smarts, bro. A lot of smart people know what they're doing is unhealthy and bad for them. They'll know deep down, you know, what they need to be happy and what they need to do to be happy. And it's like, if you want to act on that and be a happy person, be a happy person. But some people are just so stupid and lost and just completely, like, fucking enslaved to their own emotions and thoughts and, like, impulses. But, like, smart people know, like, okay, this is what I need to do to be happy. This is, like, what's wrong with me and where I'm fucking up and why I'm so, like, fucked. Yeah. And, like, some people act on that, some people don't. I mean, it really comes down to that. There's always a reason for how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, if you're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're this, or there's always a fucking reason that is fixable.
Yeah, it's just how you react to the emotions.
Exactly. Like, I don't know.
I think, yeah, I don't know. Men are a lot more numb to that shit.
One thing I will say, like, as a final note to this conversation is, like, I think a lot of times with mental health, people... Like, you ever been depressed and you were like, there's no meaning to life and this is just what I've thought and, like, come to. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of times people don't know that that's literally just a chemical imbalance in their head. They're depressed and that's why they are thinking in that realm. Mm-hmm. But they think, oh my God, I figured it out. Life is meaningless. Like, they think they have this grand fucking realization and that's why they want to kill themselves. Like, no, you're literally just depressed.
Yeah, I mean, life is meaningless.
Yeah, but
it
like,
is.
but when you're happy, you don't care.
Yeah,
when you're happy,
perspective on it.
Your brain is chemically happy. You don't care. Mm-hmm. But when you're chemically depressed, you look at it like that, and you want to kill yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people need to understand when things are just chemically being manipulated in their brain, or when, like,
that is some high level talk that, like, very few people would understand. And, and like, it's like
you can see it though.
You have to be very awake to understand something like that.
Yeah,
like a lot of like, I mean,
especially in teenagers, that's why they have such a rough time, because they think that they're always in control, but your brain is constantly, like, changing, like, chemically, and, like, your emotions are all chemical. Like, you think you came down to the bottom line of, like, life, and you think you had this grand realization, but you're just depressed, my dude. And you need to change something so you can be happy and think positively about things. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, yeah, I think you ended it on a pretty good note.
Yeah, I was about to say, my topics that are left are shit, and I feel like that was a good last conversation for the pod.
Yeah, I'm going to come with topics next week and actually, like...
All right, so I think I appreciate y'all. I think we did good enough that hopefully I can edit this shit into some snippets.
Yeah, maybe highlights.
Yeah, and I want to do timestamps on this one too, maybe.
Dude, it's crazy. Have you ever become Adam, where he literally, like, edits the hot takes?
No, literally.
Adam will, like, be like, Sharp says this about black people or something, like, or
that's
like.
Definitely what I gotta
don't think he
doing.
does that.
I've definitely seen it. It's like Sharp gets pissed off and kicks off girl off the podcast.
I think he makes the titles.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's what
he's.
No, but he'll, like, make clickbait titles. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, or like they're not best moments on purpose just to get views. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It'd be interesting, but.
Until next time, fellas.
Facts. We out.
I want BBS when I walk in the scene. I want BBS to dance on me.